Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
All right.
Honey, did you remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baloo?
Baloo? What is Baloo?
Baloo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baloo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baloo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baloo, better than sending money.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464-838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
Agada.
Mbijan raganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyinji.
Okay. Kosa. Nsila ID soto.
Ah, sa soto. Sorry. Agada.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariya.
Ah,
bare mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariya.
Ah, jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Ha. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato nim fo bolong blabe.
56 branches mola sota Gambia ja.
Ha?
Ha. Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nim kodi maro. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata another enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dati.
Proceedings of the TRRC this afternoon. We already had the prayer. I don't think we need a second one today. Imam, you want to? Please go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الحمد لله هدينا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هادينا الله الأول والآخر والزاخر والباطن يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي وجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد خاتم النبيين وإمام المرسلين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam Jallo. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of mercy, of grace, of love and of compassion, we thank you for seeing us throughout the past week and for bringing us to the beginning of another new week. We continue as a nation to give ourselves unreservedly under your direction, your protection, your providence, your security, and your defense. And we continue to pray for the TRRC and for the Gambian populace in general, and those that are abroad, and all who are following the sittings of the TRRC. We continue to submit all witnesses that will come before this commission, that they will boldly speak the truth. And you shall also grant the commission the discerning spirit to be able to discern between truth and falsehood. And so we ask that patience will be exercised throughout this land in order for the due process to take its course. For this we ask through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. And thank you very much, Bishop Odeko. Council, I will.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, and members of the audience. May I ask that the witness be ushered in, please? Thank you.
I, Tida Jaiteh.
Nte Tida Jaiteh.
I, Tida Jaiteh.
Nte Tida Jaiteh.
Nte Tida Jaiteh.
Do swear that
Mbenkali lako.
Mbenkali lako.
I'll speak the truth.
Mbetonyale fola.
Mbetonyale fola.
The whole truth.
Tonya damma.
Tonya damma.
And nothing but the truth.
Nte fem fola memmanke tonyati.
Nte fem fola memmanke tonyati.
So help me God.
Moto alama ala yendema.
Moto alama ala yendema.
You may be seated, please.
Council Kwesi.
Good afternoon, Tida Jaiteh. Welcome to the TRRC.
Council ko itinyang Tida Jaiteh ibe bismillah TRRC.
My name is Esa Mbaifal. We have met before.
Akatomu Esa Mbaifal leti bara alibentale num before janning komantonu.
I am to help you narrate your story to the TRRC.
Atelebe de mala yela kumo sata TRRC yevi.
May I remind you that you have taken an oath to speak the truth?
Akabe hakilo bulandila ye kaliwo leke pour koybe to nyale fola.
And that it is an offense to lie to the commission. It is also an offense in this country to lie on the oath.
Alum luati nyale munyinti pour ye kuma soto balofo natara ye kali. Adu luati nyale munyim fananti pour ye kuma soto balofo TRRC nyati limula.
Do you understand that?
Yo faham le bang.
Nga faham.
Yes, I
okay. I understand. Good. Today I propose to discuss the following topics with you.
Abina nyulumenu folatem bi alafita inayo le kacha.
We want to first establish your identity and your biographical information.
Follow laftanyi sabatindila itelo mujumati anin kibar kotangulu membe dending ite kungola.
And who was Baba Jobe?
And jumale mu Baba Jobe tinu.
How he came to be arrested and detained.
Hanfo muneketa inata muta hanfo ka asorong.
What was the reason for his second arrest and ultimate incarceration at Mile 2 prison?
Mune natake dalilo ti purka muta fulanjanke hanfo itata sorong Mile 2 kasola.
The support you were giving to him while he was in Mile 2 prison.
Ite katolu meno kaye ka dema wato men abe Mile 2 kasola wotumo.
And the system that you put in place to be able to give him that support.
Anin yemun kulle londi puru isi continue wo makoyro la ekamen kaye wato men abe mutokono.
And the efforts that you and your family made and others to secure his release.
Ite kungo inila dimbayalu animmo kotangol nimbadi ngulu aliye kato menke puru kajeko ya bula ayebo kasola.
I'm referring to your meeting with Muammar Gaddafi.
Hanfo itening mo yebengoke ikafo me Muammar Gaddafi.
With a view to getting him to intervene to secure Baba's release.
Hanfo puru atefanansa da bula je katakoke puru isi Baba bula.
The emissaries that Gaddafi sent to Jammeh to help secure Baba's release.
Aning Gaddafi na takila lumenu wulindi nanke kina Jammeh kang puru asibaba jobbula.
What happened when Baba completed his term of imprisonment?
Mune natake birim Baba yala wichola kasola ya soro mena hanifo wobanta.
And the petitions that you have made, you and your family have made to Jammeh to secure Baba's release.
Alnata saferol nin kanindirol nin kukotangol menu tamandi sartolto aliye menke kaftandi Jammeh mapuru isi Baba jobbula.
The problems Baba encountered at the prison. In particular, the issue of food, the attempts to poison him and others. And his demise, how he died.
And
the impact of his demise on his family.
And
the efforts the family has made to Jammeh in order to get him to intervene and alleviate the family suffering.
Ani aliye kolu menu katake tamandi kafuta Jammeh puru nyin kamala a financial dabula je ay kuta mandi puru Baba la dimbayal be bata men kono wala be ngatango men kono isibwa kono.
Life in exile.
Hanifo inata banko bula ibe banko e bantala ila Baloo benu nyame.
And then we'll give you the opportunity, subject to the chairman's consent, for you to give closing remarks.
Bitung sila wobe kola nin chairman sonta ebe silo dila itefango fanana puru isila kumo kumfa ebe la fila ka kumo memfo Gambian koli ngani yo momenti puru ka ofo moli.
Are you ready to proceed?
Sai ipareta le puru ka tentembang.
Yes, I'm ready. Please tell us your full names, please.
Sai ito ani kontongo ifango ya fonya bang.
Ntomu Tida Jaiteh.
My name is Tida Jaiteh.
Jammeh long Tida Baba Jobe.
Many know me by Tida Baba Jobe.
Why would they call you Tida Baba Jobe?
Munana eke kumandi wala Tida Baba Jobe.
Baba uluta sate omento menketa jara karantabati.
Where Baba was born, which is Jara Karantaba.
Wala ni nyinto na tadore kankila.
He came with that name, and so they used to call me by it.
Anata diante fane.
And it became pleasing to me. And I used to add it on my name.
Atake Jammeh Longkoti, so mo Jammeh kan kilwala.
It became a popular name and many people called me by it.
At what stage in your life did people start calling you by that name?
Wati jumalom ila Baloo kono mulia damuta purke kumandi wotola.
Birim fututa baba.
When I got married to Baba.
So in essence you became Baba Job's wife and then they started calling you Tida Baba Jobe.
Amunta ketatenne biri fututa Baba Jobe yen nomu mulia damuta ike kumandi kafoye Tida Baba Jobe.
Yes, that was it.
Before we get to your marriage to Baba Jobe, kindly tell us where you were born.
Nimbe futala ila futuma inim Baba Jobe. Afonye mfolo iwuluta mintole.
Ntawuluta number 38 Peel Street, Banjul.
Number 38 Peel Street, Banjul.
And in which part of this country do you have your roots?
Saying itela lasilo bota nyimbanko minto ma fanne tunduju maka.
My
father came from the provinces, Sandu, Jakaba. My mother came from Badibusaba.
And you were born in
Banjul.
Banjul, Peel Street.
Banjul, Peel Street.
Yes.
Fantastic. Typical Gambian, a mix of everything. I like it.
Well, I'm in the Gambia only. Where
did you go to school?
Sadauda Primary School.
I went to Sadauda Primary School.
Muslim High School.
From there, I went to Muslim High School.
Could you give us years, please?
Yes, I can give you the years.
Sadauda Primary School from 1984 to 1989.
Sadauda Primary School 1984 to 1989.
Then Muslim High School from 1990 to 1991.
Muslim High School 1990 to 1994. 1990 to 1994.
And finally Nusrat 1995 to 1996.
Finally Nusrat 1995 to 1996.
And could you also give us your date of birth? We did not take that.
For uluta lume yo lumu fensio fanamfanye katu anyininkanu masafe.
Uluta September 30th, 1974.
I was born on the 30th of September 1974.
What did you do upon completion of high school, Nusrat High School?
Biri Nusrat High Yemune kenu
ngado ko ke bunda to ka for daminto Gambia International Airline Jammeh along GIA.
I worked at a place called Gambia International Airlines. Many people know it by GIA.
Which year did you join that institution?
1997 to 2001.
1997 to 2001.
When did you marry Baba Jobe?
Fututa Baba Jobe Sanjumale.
Mfututa Baba in 1997.
I got married to Baba Jobe on the 3rd of March 1997.
Could you tell us briefly who Baba Jobe was?
Afonye kuma sutu ngokono drong jumale munung Baba Jobe ti.
Baba awuluta 10th July 1959.
Baba was born on the 10th of July 1959.
Jara Karantaba village.
In Jara Karantaba village.
Abe Lower River District lot.
In the Lower River District.
Ayala Karamodati Pakalinding Secondary School.
He started his education at the Pakalinding Primary School.
From there at Crab Island.
From there, Crab Island.
And finally at Libya.
And finally, he went to Libya.
Birabe Libya, Benu University toje because I scholarship to Gambia government Baloo. May I see what university to in Libya?
While he was in Libya, he was attending university because he had gotten a scholarship from the Gambia government, and that was his reason for going to Libya. He used to tell me that while he was in Libya, he was someone who was very active on the issues of student needs, which he participated greatly in.
Wayati na karamunto dinol benta iketa kilingoti ya tambindi ya kenyato nkoti karamungo nyintoji university nyinto.
Which was why the students came together and they made him their leader of the entire school.
Abe nyato nkaya la nyin karamungo to.
While he was
Gaddafi la molu hadamaya dunte hadamaya sunkurte tema because ateleka karamuto diningol la sula kolta ka futandi wolma way hadamadiya sunkuron anin Gaddafi la mol tema.
He built up a relationship with Gaddafi's people because he was the one who would pass on to them the needs of the students.
Menketa Musa Kusati.
One like Musa Kusa.
Foreign Affairs Minister leti Libya, Gaddafi la time.
He was a foreign affairs minister then during Gaddafi's time.
Anata Bashir Sala fananata ke moti me alonka na sutiata mola nyola baki aketa la lanna moti.
He was also close to Basilo Sala, who was a close confidant of his.
Womu chief of protocol leti Gaddafi la time.
He was the chief of protocol at in Gaddafi's time.
Gaddafi fananata na muta ka adopt koma dingo.
Eventually, Gaddafi adopted him as a son. He used to tell me those things about himself.
So, but of course, you do not have first-hand knowledge of any of these things. This is information that you gathered from Baba Jobe himself, correct?
Amunda nyelmanka kuti men kete ifangonya la bari bitum kibar lem yemen soto Baba Jobe fangubulu.
Kibar lem menga soto ate fangubulu. Bari brave prisino kono ala nyin terima menketa Bashir Salati anin Gaddafi fango ni e nyojele woye landi nyin nako baba kamen fanyani nyultema abejele.
These were information he gave to me, yes, but while he was in prison, this friend I told you about, Bashir Sala and Gaddafi himself, when I met them, I came to confirm those things he said about himself.
Indeed. So proceed and tell us more about Baba Jobe.
Sa yesi tenteng yem londo men soto Baba Jobe fang la koto isi o fonyeng.
So I will fonye then abewole nyama bira mutanang banku kanjang.
Those were the things he told me, and that was what it is. But so when he returned back to the Gambia,
akabe du kula nung agriculture.
He said he was working at the agriculture department.
Soil and water management.
At the soil and water management.
Under fisheries.
Under fisheries.
Kai do kukeje for some time.
He said he worked there for some time.
Then abe wolto den ni moli bankota. Yaya Jammeh nala moli bankota.
So while he was there, Yaya and his people took over the government.
Iri bankota isula ta mola me ya long isula ta mako irola isula ta recommendation ola pour dunia ye sute. When they took over
the government, they needed recognition so that they would be recognized the world over. And they thought that the only person who could do that for them would be Gaddafi.
And what Gaddafi, Baba le connection also that new.
And that Gaddafi, the person who had a connection with him was Baba. That was why Baba was brought into the system. When he got into the system,
the Asamba State House as a secretary to the president.
They took him to the State House as a secretary to the president. He was there.
Then inatana carte of Jara.
Then he was elected in Jara.
Jara West constituency.
Jara West constituency.
Kanyeta.
He won.
Then aketa deputy APRC.
And then he became a member of parliament for the APRC.
So deputy
which year was that?
2001 to 2003.
2001 to 2003.
Abe deputy yalla inatana APRC fana be natana kafunyoma ya tambindi yake majority leader.
While he was a member of parliament, he was selected as the majority leader for the APRC.
So abe parliament kono.
And that was what he was doing at the parliament. He was there doing that, and at the same time also running his own business.
But in addition to that, he was also a member of the APRC leadership. Was he secretary to the party at some stage, or chairman of the party?
Patiola nyaton kote patiola nyaton kapalaso diala aseke yake secretary leti patio kono wala menkata wala dal
ha yake secretary leti patio kono.
Yes, he was made secretary to the party.
But he also had a connection with the group called the Green Boys.
Bari anin kafu fana ye chokinyolo soto ikafu kafu me the Green Boys.
Green Boys.
The Green Boys,
they
came in later.
Green Boys, July 22nd movement.
There were others before them, July 22nd movement.
July 22nd movement,
He was the leader of the July 22nd movement.
Green Boys.
It was when they dissolved that the Green Boys were established. He was not leading the Green Boys.
Was he a member?
No, he was not a member. I'm not aware of his membership of that group. The reason why I said that,
there
were people within the APRC party, those that undermined his leadership.
July 22nd movement.
His leadership of the July 22nd movement. That was why July 22nd movement was dissolved.
Then Green Boys samana.
And the Green Boys were brought in. He could have been a member, but he did not have any responsibility.
As far as I know.
As far as I know.
Good. But you would agree that, let me rephrase this. At what stage in the Jammeh administrations, that is from military to civilian rule, at what stage did Baba got involved with Yaya Jammeh?
Wati jumalem Baba nata dunkolu kono kabo sojaria la karola kata hanfo civilian la karola wati jumale famu adunta Yaya Jammeh la kolu kono.
During AFPRC.
When they were AFPRC,
what time
it was the time that he joined them. But he used to chat with me about it that in those days, during Jawara's regime, each time he comes back from Libya, he usually gets arrested. But Yaya Jammeh was among people who we used to arrest him and took him to where he was going to be detained. And they used to put him on guard. He said, well, under that guard, when everyone else goes to bed, he used to have discussions with Yaya Jammeh. So he knew Yaya Jammeh from then.
In common.
They used to chat. It looks like as if they had something in common, which they used to discuss about.
Did he tell you what was it they had in common?
Fire fuen between Kulmeni alonko wole mulunta nyoyata ida manglu tema.
That is to Jawara to get out of this place. That is to get Jawara out.
Take over.
That was why when they took over, they called for Baba.
How long into the Jammeh administration or the AFPRC administration did they call Baba Jobe to come and assist?
Wati juma wala tembe juma lom AFPRC la mararo kono ye Baba Jobe kumandina mpro ay kafuima.
I cannot give any clarity on that because I found him in it.
Proceed, please.
Yes, abe dokuala like a business okay.
He was working like he was into business.
A company so like from a youth development enterprise.
He had a company called Youth Development Enterprise.
Do you know about the ownership of Youth Development Enterprise?
For yalon jumanyo leo kafolo menu tamuati wala menu mu akuntonka yate Youth Development Enterprise.
Ngalomde atelem Chief Executive Officer Youth Development Enterprise.
I know that he was the Chief Executive of the Youth Development Enterprise.
Kandunga kaitul jele nda fango ya fonyel.
Because I saw the documents and he also told me.
Daka fonyel fana atalem jet.
And he used to tell me also that the place belonged to him.
Imagine 95% shares ole atamu ole tije.
If I am not forgotten, he owed 95% of the shares. He used to tell me that.
But did you ultimately come to realize that Youth Development Enterprise was in fact an organization he joined with Yaya Jammeh?
Ako fo inata nyilon ko Youth Development Enterprise mu kafuleti me ya lon ko in foisina lon ko la ko kafule me ya lon ko ani Yaya Jammeh nata dengala.
Birim problemo ketale ngawo moy.
Yes, it was when the problem happened that I got to hear about that. But the documents that I saw, I did not see Yaya Jammeh's name on them. And I did not also see any name of any of his people there.
Do you know when YDE, Youth Development Enterprise, was established?
What yo kafolo Youth Development Enterprise?
No, I cannot recall that.
Was it before or after your marriage?
Allah futu janna kelom fo Allah futu kolalem.
I think it was within our marriage time.
We're obviously within, but was it before the marriage or after the marriage?
Akoniko ak futu kono jannim futu kelom fo futu kering kolalom.
Futu kering kola.
It was after we got married.
Good. So, Baba was, initially he was working for government, fisheries department, then he moved to State House as secretary to the president, then he became a member of parliament in 2001 to 2003. As at the time he became a member of parliament, was he also a businessman?
Wato membaba ya call that I do ke fisheries department. Abota fisheries department anatana do ke mansakunda kono wo kola lom inatanyi mpalaso diala kake secretary to the president. Yo bitun abewo safaro men na wonya abewo nin do ko nyi samba kanyola le bangala julaya.
Yes.
Okay. So it means therefore that from secretary to cabinet, secretary to the president, he became also a businessman and then later as a member of parliament. Was he a businessman while he was still a civil servant, or he left the civil service to become a businessman?
Ako watu me aketa secretary to parliament wotumo kola le anatake deputy aketa deputy bari bitungo be watu amunta abe mansakunda doko la tumomen civil servant wato fana yatale abala jula ya tamandi kambal
hani wato mantara be jula ya because nta matara mansakunda doko la.
No, that time
was matara civil servant yala ngatara adunta nyin Jammeh regime kono. So adunni o Jammeh regime kono lem abe nyin business okay ka.
It was when he got into the Jammeh regime that he started his business.
But
the reason for his business, which he used to tell me, is that I set up this business to assist the citizens of this country. If a bag of rice was sold at $1,000, he would sell it for 800 or 850, and this is an example I'm just giving.
Madam Witness, you would agree with me that Baba Jobe was very close to Yaya Jammeh.
Madam, Sedo,
Question was, Baba Jobe was very close to Yaya Jammeh, correct?
Baba Jobe akatata nu Yaya Jammeh la bake fonte bang.
That is true.
And they had significant business involvement, correct?
Andu ila julaya faida ikarafulo mofulo be dabe nun julaya to me yalon ka keta safar kuma bati.
Wase kenol de kantu julaya mentengalon wolem youth development enterprise di bari namna baba namna fanyiko ani ya jamele bakono for birim problem o kitale ngawmay.
It could have been, but the only business I was aware of was the youth development enterprise, and Baba never said anything to that effect to me until the problems started.
You realize that before 1997, the new constitution, the president could not do business.
Yakilo bakanako janin 1997 besila constitution koto mam ni sonyin na pro president wa jula yake pra dun safaro.
Yes.
So it was only normal, isn't it, that if a president at that time wanted to do business, he would take somebody as proxy.
What was saying asikeno nyintiko nim president lafta dunna safaro to wairi bankolwa mang asembo diatela faye mo nyinin abe sembela men na mensi otamandi ay.
Was it keno?
Yes, that could have been.
In fact, was that not the claim against Baba Jobe in the YDE case?
Folum amanke kumakamoleti yewole for Baba Jobe manyi YDE Youth Development Enterprise bring ala kobe kitikang.
Wole
yala bukani na kuola abaraka ba.
Yala ndel chosa no.
Abaraka.
Bank accounts
based on the request code.
Based on the
We live in a day and age.
not write to Baba's family.
Ima ala lawyer safe.
They did not write to his lawyer.
Man fem fo Baba.
And they did not tell Baba anything. We couldn't do anything about that case.
Because c'est tili men la pour ka problem solve.
The only thing that we could face to solve the problem, all of those people were under the control of Yaya Jammeh.
Voice out
and we had no place where we could voice that.
So
we had no choice. We got out of our homes.
Thank you very much. But even in addition to the freezing order, which is as a result of the UN Security Council resolution, there was also a court order which stripped away the assets from Baba Jobe. Are you aware of that?
UN law resolution o meye ni londi ko Baba la fengulu be freeze wala mkei muta. O kola kiti bunda fanan nata kango dile court order puru ka Baba la fengulu beta fo emambo fanan kalama.
Court order namna moy namna je fo bring Jani commissioner established. Wole letter oni tandina ba je wala for the first time.
I never heard about the court order. I never saw it until when the Jammeh commission was on. That was when we were shown it.
But at least you have seen a court order indicating that these assets were taken away from Baba Jobe and his family.
Bari bitum yo court order jele ya fanyamenteng ko ka foko ye nyim fenguluta Baba Jobe bulule.
Anga court order jele bari ka court order je Womatin nantolie wo accept amati nangalala ko yo fengulta Baba bulle because wo court order ntolma mamba value dialam because Yaya Jammeh mendiata ya wole kichi.
Yes, I saw the court order, but that doesn't mean that we accept it, because during Yaya Jammeh's time, whatever he wanted, he did, and that doesn't mean that we also give value to the order.
Thank you very much, Tida, Baba Jobe, for your answers. This commission is really not concerned about assets of Baba Jobe or assets of Yaya Jammeh.
In commission ila nyatili manke Baba Jobe la fengolti wala Yaya Jammeh la fengolu.
So we would not delve into that.
Moto nte dunna okono bake.
We raised this issue just to give context to this hearing.
Nyin kumo wulindi le dorom puru wairi jang CDRO le be kerim puru ko dolu si banke molu ya faham.
While this is a very important issue for you,
Wairi nyimu kukumalete puru ite fango.
I crave your indulgence to understand that this commission does not have jurisdictions to delve into those things.
Benyim bambandile mako nyin commission e man sembo soto pour que dabula ukulu kono wala ka dung akwo kono ka no masata.
And I do expect that you would pursue other potential recourses you could have to the law to deal with that issue.
Ando lata nyina ko woto ete fango isi sila dolu tano le menketa luala silo luti pour que nyin ko no masata kabula noma ko ete fango sulata la nyamin me yalon ko nin janna ko wolte kala kilinti.
But in the meantime, we can proceed with our discussion about the relationship between Yaya Jammeh and Baba Jobe.
Bari silang hanim bintel si kontinen na kachala kuolu menu kita kusoto ringolti chukinyola kuolu Yaya Jammeh ni Baba Jobe tema.
Not only was Baba Jobe close to Yaya Jammeh,
amanke nyindamanti Baba Jobe katata Yaya Jammeh la.
He was viewed as a very powerful person in this country, correct?
Otembo moliaje ko mo sembe ma bale fana mwati nyimbanko kan fonte.
Yes, that's true.
In fact, they had a name for him, didn't they?
Anu fang fe tosoto e ka kumandi numena.
Yes. Could you tell us about it?
Foi si ofonye bang.
Jara Mansa.
Jara Mansa.
What does Jara Mansa mean?
Jara Mansa koto mumuneti.
Kabo Jara kata way santola atele mara ringebel.
That is to say, from Jara going upwards, he was responsible for all of that place, ruling it.
And not only was he regarded as Jara Mansa,
Bari amanke nyindamanti kafaye Jara Mansa woda mantende.
It was generally believed that he could move some of the security outfits in this country. Like police, like NIA, like drug squad and all that.
Lano keta la fananko asikuta mandino le bunda lula meni alonko le keta bunda sembe malti nyimbanko kan ko police NIA aning ate nyom bunda kutengodu.
Yes, that's true.
And those powers did not derive from any law.
And was symbol mambo na lua wo luato.
Executive order lebija.
That time we had executive order in existence,
and those powers derived from his relationship with Yaya Jammeh, correct?
Amunda o symbol niaje ayolu soto woto wol keta fenleti membota Yaya Jammeh la karola.
Well, executive order because akawaya Jammeh.
Yes, that was why I said executive order, because they came from Yaya Jammeh.
In fact, what you're saying is that there was nothing lawful in the powers that he possessed at the time.
Woto esinyum foko symbol menu bala wotumo amanke ko lua symbol mbala lua le yo symbol diala. Fonde.
Butunga menje lonjede executive order le. Fani lua tata, fani lua manta, butung ito lealo.
Well, what I know about it is executive order. Whether that was in conformity with the law or otherwise, they would know.
But we were all here, and we all know that during that time there was a climate of illegality, especially in the exercise of powers, be it Yaya Jammeh, Baba Jobe, and all the people around them at the time. That was the case, wasn't it?
Akubaru otumo, mobe yalonko otumo Yaya Jammeh la otumo. Ateku atela karola femfen ning ateya tamandi sembo anin kamo membabulu kulu beka tamani wo sembo lela wotumo kaboito la karola fontenu.
Banko beka tamandi wala nyam.
That was true. The whole country operated on those.
And it was in this climate of illegality and unlawful use of authority in which Yaya Jammeh and Baba Jobe had a problem.
Ako bitung wo kuolu kono me ya lon ko anin luwa manta nyola anin sila manta nyola wo kuolu tamando kono len koleyana ta wuli Yaya Jammeh nin Baba Jobe tema.
Yes, that's true.
And there was a falling out, wasn't it?
Wala nata kuya fango sababoti itema.
True.
And tell us what happened when that falling out started.
Afonye mbiri wo kuya damu tata sai mune nata ke.
Just as he is saying, the powers that Yaya Jammeh gave to Baba,
symbol another volta I used against Baba.
those were the same powers he took and used against Baba.
And I
Could you explain that further, because this is quite an interesting one.
Go foi sitenten yeo sata nyedomandin kabo nyoto kato mudinkira kuma baleti.
Kanta symbol men diala
Because the powers that he gave him,
security bundata symbol sotuje.
For instance, on the side of the security sector, he was powerful there.
Banko bunda kumalbe ay sembo sotuje.
He also had powers on all the relevant and important departments of state.
Sembo kono yatina kamako roba jamake harama dingole banku dingole.
It was that power and authority which enabled him to help a lot of people.
Wayatina atona ta sele.
As a result, he became popular
Banko bekan
across the whole country.
Laban mo lafta fan foka kanyina president la kuara.
In the end, people almost forgot about the president himself.
But in addition, let's try to just get a balanced picture.
Nga kata dolong kolu tembete nyame niya pesa nga wo Jobe abelari nyame utumo.
Much as many people hailed Baba Jobe and saw him as a very good person.
Mo jama ye Baba jai utumo ka atof dima foko mo kendelem.
A lot of other people also saw him as somebody who used excessive or unlawful powers on them. Would you agree that this was the picture at the time?
Modul fana yaje ko mole me yalonko afana yo symbolu tamandi nyaming akuyata doli hanfo molu fana li soton tamen yalonko ala ko mambunya wol fana lama fonten
Yalo mo harama diyati.
That is humanity.
Because amanke malaikat.
He wasn't an angel. Someone could have said so. That could have happened to anyone.
And thank you very much for the honesty in all this, because all we're trying to do is to paint the true picture of how things were without any bias. And I'm quite happy that you are answering questions honestly.
Ko inumbara bake ila tilimukan kato mbenyini karolu men bela purka kulu lankena ma wala ya sabu andu ina take moti me ya lonko e wakilta tilinta e nyininka menula ya fo tilingu kono wala na kafo ye inimbara.
Yes, it ought to be that way, because I swore on the Holy Quran.
During this falling out, what happened to Baba?
Kuya wuche okono mune natake babala.
Menketa biring ikuyata.
What happened was, when there was this falling out,
lundo mbejedron.
One day we were there.
Inatante call.
I got called.
Where Baba arrested.
Baba got arrested.
Tida Baba Jobe, I see that you going through your statement as you're testifying. You can just put it aside and talk off the cuff. If you need to refer to it, just let me know, and then it's noted that you're referring to it.
Ako ayaje bedi amakanyaming ila kumakansa feri mu statement onying ibe amunta ebole no masata kan. Ako isala ndikarala yedi amu ikumfe ning ayatra inata sola puruka fenji be kaito nyimbala isabu atebonda kalama.
The reason I'm referring to it is because of the dates which I would not be able to remember offhand.
Don't worry, I would guide you, no problem.
Okay.
And the first arrest happened in 2003.
Amunta la muta follow keta 2003.
Yes, that's true. It was in 2003.
Sunkaro konombeje.
It was in the month of Ramadan, we were there.
Tesarata bita dukola.
He announced that he was reporting to work.
Tefanam pareta bita banjo purkata sunkari shopping la.
I was also prepared on my way to Banjul for the Ramadan shopping.
Besilo ka moyen koli ka fo me Fatou Njai Fofana.
On the way, someone called me, Fatou Njai Fofana.
Konye baba ali.
And she asked me, where is Baba?
Nkaeko baba atata dukola.
I said to her, well, Baba has gone to work.
I telephone ring off.
And she rang off.
Another call kotenke.
She called me again.
Konye baba arrested.
And told me that Baba was arrested. When she said that to me,
Baba call purka confirm.
Immediately I called Baba to confirm. When I called him, he said to me, it's true, I have been arrested. He said 2 paramilitary pickups came to my office and arrested me. All of them were with guns.
In Samba Banjul, serious crime, police headquarters.
They took me to Banjul at the serious crimes at the police headquarters.
This happened, correct me if I'm wrong, this happened at the height of the rumors that we had 2 rulers in Gambia, Mansa Jara and Mansa Kanilai, correct?
Wo dum keta wato men wo wato tumu mununobe siarim banko kan ko Mansa fulale be Gambia banko kan Jara Mansa anen Kanilai Mansa.
Keta wato la.
Yes, it was during that time.
And Kanilai Mansa ye Jara Mansa muta, correct?
So Kanilai Mansa ye Jara Mansa muta fo amanke wala nyam.
Wala keta.
Yes, that was what happened.
And you called Baba and he explained to you the circumstances of his arrest.
Bitumbre Baba kumandi telefono to tumolong ayala muto Kenya foye.
Ayala muto be Kenya fonye.
Yes, he narrated to me how he was arrested.
Anata fonye ko.
And then he said to me, before you come, pick all my documents and hide them at a safe place.
And what did he specify? Any particular types of documents?
Muna ayafa en bang enyanta ala kaiti kuma fason juma nyole kafula nyoma.
Ala bank bukolu.
His bank books.
Ni ay another title deed nyol.
And his title deeds.
Ani document dol meli alon koy kumayat.
And other important documents.
Basically, documents pertaining to his properties.
Munta ole mnyinti kaitolu menula keta ala bagaso la fengolu wala kobe kaitolu menu wala.
Yes.
And this is in a dispute of ownership over properties between him and Yaya Jammeh. These are documents that would have been very central in that case, wouldn't they?
Munta wo kaitolu wo nyo saba wala wo kawali o membe tema wo kaitolu mu fenule la kaitolu ti kordal na nyon kukotang lu meni ya lonko ikula kukuma yata bake.
And you would interpret.
Okay.
I got lost somewhere along the line during the interpretation. Okay. But what I'm saying is, the documents you were asked to take and keep away would be documents that would be central in a dispute over properties of the business. Me yalon ko nyo saba me yalon ka sotote tema amunta okolu benya ndatala wo kaitol lebala.
Kaitol be jele me yalon ko be kono ha.
Yes, there were such documents amongst them.
So he has asked you to go and keep these documents away from the reach of authorities, correct?
Ranata fo yo kaitoluta yete mabo nyama me yalon ko nyaton kolu men bi jango tumo ibulo kana la wo kaytolu kan
ayo fo because ayalon nako ite dan namu toto.
Did any guns exist
for otumo
at the time in Baba's possession or control?
Otumo dum fo kidolu be Baba bulule numbang
If he had them, I never saw them with my eyes, and he never spoke to me about them.
But of course there were documents.
Documents, yes, they were there.
But they were hidden away.
Yes, I took all of them out.
So the evidence could not be obtained.
What kind of evidence?
The existence of those properties under Baba's name.
There was evidence. It was the documents they did not see. But the documents were made in a particular place, and when they got there, they found them.
Good. So after all this search, for how long did Baba remain in detention?
Birolu be botala Baba nata wati jelle ke mutoko no.
Ala mutoko no yalo ya sentence 9 years 8 months. So every ika 2 years le bondije. So ngamira 7 years 4 months.
At some stage, the first arrest, he was released on bail, wasn't he? And then subsequently rearrested.
Yalo ya mutafolo kele inata bula bail kang ya bail. Ibiru botala lum inata mutakuke kotake fonde.
Ya mutale biria arrest.
Yes, he was.
Samba police headquarters. Ayelaje birim fanoketa.
He was arrested
and
taken to the police headquarters. He spent the night there. On the second day, he was taken to court. When he got to court, he was bailed. And he returned back home.
Few days later,
he was preparing to visit his grandma in Jara.
Yeah, ambush the dice local.
They laid an ambush for him along the way. When he was going. But when he escaped from that ambush, on his way back, he got arrested. And the people that he was on that journey.
How do you know that an ambush was laid for him?
Yalo nyadile ko ye lanya ke ayel ne siloka ka lanya.
Min fango ye lanya keji. Wole yo kilingo bote kono.
Those that set the ambush, one of them left the group and called Baba and told him exactly what was being planned for him.
And
there was a vehicle which they were trying to convince Baba to get into that vehicle, but he ended up telling Baba not to agree to that. When Baba would not board that vehicle, the driver knew what was being communicated.
Because communicate constantly.
Because he was communicating with his people constantly. As they were getting close to where the ambush was set up, he parked the vehicle and said that he was stepping away to pee. Because he knew that Baba was not in the vehicle. When he went for that peeing, he never came back again. And the vehicle remained parked there until they ended up taking the key. They took the key and handed it over to the police. But during that time, Baba got into another vehicle and went on his way. That vehicle was Julake Marena's. And his driver.
But upon his return, he was arrested.
Bari biring amuruta nan koteke ina atamuta.
Ha amuruta nan abira bamurka nan siloka anata fosiba.
When you are working,
ike bondi doku wala.
They will sack you from work.
Ni ibe business wala.
If you are into business,
ike arrest le problem osambena.
They will arrest you and bring problems to you.
Momo pareta kaloka baba la kesta.
Anyone that was prepared to take up Baba's case
will be sacrificed.
All of them made great sacrifices. So we thank them for that.
So
that was what happened.
So both Mai Fathi and lawyer Usman Silla were somehow attacked, according to you, by forces belonging to Yaya Jammeh, correct?
Kabirin lawyer Usman Silla aning Mai Fathi nyilube ye nyim mantoro lu menu taki Yaya Jammeh la molle yo kolu kewolula.
That was what happened.
And how about lawyer Jobate? Did anything happen to him?
Lawyer Jobate dum fo ku ketate fanan nalba.
I cannot recall at any time whether something happened to him. But I knew that he was being confronted by the NIA.
Strange calls.
He usually got strange calls. Those things happened.
But that was the system at the time.
Yes, all are in agreement of that was the order of the day.
Before, during, and after Baba Job's arrest, correct?
Jannibe Baba Mutala, for Abe Mutoko no Wato Meng, for Abota for Ala Mutokola.
Yes.
So eventually, he was convicted, wasn't he, for economic crimes?
Between Obe Kola lo mbili ya kitindi ina ataku afoko ya sorone puru fanko bankola fanko kayo letinya.
Yes.
And before which judge? Do you remember?
For hakilo sibola George Jumaleo akitote.
Justice M.A. Paul.
Justice M.A. Paul.
Did you attend the proceedings?
For ekama bele kitol tono.
Yes, I used to be present.
I know you are not a lawyer, but you are a rational and reasonable person. How did you see the trial?
That trial was not in conformity. It was not even close to the law. Because the one who is leading the country,
is a machinery judge.
The judge that was put in that place was a mercenary judge. He put that person there so that that person would work according to his dictates so that he gets what he wants. And that was what he did to convict Baba. And after they convicted him, they now went on to kill him.
Yo, say wala nantol jahal tanga question. Say wala judgment fo nyanta continue la le bank fo manyana continue la.
That is why we were surprised to say whether that's judgment be allowed to stand as it is.
Well, on that particular issue, you'd have to discuss with your lawyer. But let's talk about what happened to Baba when he was sentenced.
Saying bituo de wo tukumo eni alla lawyer si okachano bar silanga nyin karado jube munne natake Baba la bring wo luwa londe amako ya mu
human rights.
Ndeli nyabe tilindi melna wolem kala had tilin
that have a violent character. Is detention.
Human gun and
continue
know of a particular rights violation. By all means say it. That's why I asked you the question how you felt about the trial. Please.
Ayenyinka kito nyi yaje nyadile alafta wodinkirale la puru ni
We all deserve.
Right.
In communication, connectivity is everything. That the links never sleep. Quantities, all in our data set. Efficient, reliable voice, and
Yes, I
data
once saw
service.
him.
We believe.
When was the first time you saw him?
Yaje wati jumale sinya follow men yaje.
Biriya soro ngamira after year. After Sanji killing the ngamira nataje ni manyina.
I think it was after a year of his imprisonment, if I have not forgotten, that I got to see him.
Did you make a request to see him within that first year?
Sango nyin kono wato men ya soron kutake.
Sinya jama.
Many times.
Tatale ngari mama data for David ko li fangala suwo kono.
I went there, I remember, I went up to David's own compound
Ka diamundi.
to talk to him,
Ka dani.
to beg him,
Konseka baba jeno.
so that I would be able to see Baba.
Baramanda song.
But he would not accept.
Ako foni to la time osita.
He said until if their time was due.
Ani to beta makani executive order la.
And that they were operating on the executive orders.
Manta minora kumakangola.
So I could not do anything beyond what he said.
Dara singa alamuta.
I went home and sat down and left everything in the hands of God.
Time olem.
It was during that time.
Fananga ferol fay.
I also put up some plans.
Nga official Jobe.
I looked at the officers.
Mele yalon ko latela.
Some of the officers I trusted.
Ni kachata.
And I discussed with them.
Nga Jobe mbomone kenora.
So that we could look at what could be done, how they could assist me to enable me to communicate with Baba. By God's assistance, we used to exchange notes. When I take a blank sheet, I'll write a note on it. I'll give it to that particular officer, and he will take it on to Baba.
Baba reply.
Baba will reply me. When he replies back to me, I will keep them. You see, all these notes are our communication. Some are there which are in the home. And that was not the only thing I did. I tried all possibilities to secure a simple phone, buy one,
prison officer
and give to a prison officer
smuggle
so that he could smuggle it into the prison so that when I want to speak to Baba, that particular officer will pass it to him so that we could communicate. And when I'm done,
prison officer
he will return the telephone back to that particular prison officer. But he was not doing it for free. Sometimes I will give him $1,000 at the end of the month. Sometimes $2,000 or $3,500. I wasn't giving it to him alone. Baba's brother, younger brother, Ibrahim Jobe, he too used to give him. And whenever they had any problem, they'll go to Baba and tell him. And Baba would tell me. And he would send them to me. And then I'll confirm that over the telephone with him. And then I'll take the amount and hand it over to them. They don't allow any provisions to go inside. Nothing by way of provision gets in.
Prison officer use.
I usually used these prison officers. And I would buy provisions. Paste. Toothbrush.
Corn beef.
Corn beef.
Not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you solutions. Enjoy
and your fee too as well.
That
was why Baba. But he also
yeah. Officer.
Bonye nyoto katuntul fanali nyanta ya marol lekela kolu meni alon ko wol ninka solan kolu ninka sokunu kolu sayin mune ya kendi abe jare la nyin
good enough for everybody.
Atu kasu domoro men kadada kasokono anyanta betala le hanfo mo mondin sa domono.
While the Commission would definitely make recommendations to change that problem, to solve that problem, but it is also important for the Commission to know the system of smuggling contraband into the prison.
Bari Commission nyantale puri nyim fanam fahamu ko lu meni alon ko wolle ka ko ka fengolu kullo to yolendi ke dundi kaso kono fengolu meni alon ko imanyanta laje
so that both and other problems can be solved.
Nyin kamala wolu anin ku koten kolengolu men katama je isio kulu bebo nyoto ya sono ya
This regard is very important.
Wala na ila sedaro wala karola ukuma ya tabakele.
So for the Commission to understand the system that worked for you.
Commission wasalo kuomentamata iteye hanfo yake no.
Proceed, please.
Yo, amandang domro damala.
It wasn't the food alone.
Nin senior kamenke.
What we did with the senior officers.
I'm like, hani loptan tafang.
For instance, even when it came to going to the hospital. I must see the senior officers.
David Bowell Connolly.
David was amongst them.
Which David?
David Colley.
David Colley.
Former prison director.
Former prison director.
Was he just a director in the prison?
For director, the man Martin Kasoko, no?
No, I remember that.
That is what I remember.
Did he have a boss in the prison?
No,
he was the leader.
So you're referring to David Colley, Director General of Prison Service.
Director General T Kasodoku Kuna.
I tell him Director General T Kasodoku.
Yes, he was the Director General of the Prison Service.
Kindly tell us what you were doing with him.
We say Baba Mutaku.
So that they will handle Baba.
and
that when he needed to go to the hospital, he will be given the assistance he needs to get there.
Because
Because we realized that anytime he wanted to go to the hospital, except the sickness disturbed him properly, they never allowed him to go.
Are you suggesting that he was being denied routine access to the hospital?
Ikabalane purni wati men anyanta tala lopitano to jara rola siloka ikabalangama.
Ikabalangala.
Yes, he was denied.
And what was it that you used to do with David Colley to
that is his needs.
Now sulata menna because ni ngaje
did something that was pleasing to him because I once bought him a generator and I once gave him $10,000.
$10,000 ni wala generator ni na cost.
The 10,000 was the cost for the generator.
Amanda wala.
And that was not it.
Baba Doma.
Baba's younger brother.
Ikafume Ibrahim Jobe.
Called Ibrahim Jobe.
Ay television nani san.
He bought 4 television sets.
Ani amplifier saba.
And 3 amplifiers.
Baby Gambia.
All the 3 precincts in the Gambia.
Joshua.
Television
only amplifier.
A television and an amplifier.
Mile 2.
Mile 2.
Television only amplifier.
Television and amplifier.
Janjambure. Television only amplifier.
A television and an amplifier.
Television killing the
remaining television.
David for personal use.
That was for David's personal use.
All
those things to David Colley.
David Colley.
Because nganyim be diala pour kaje ko ise baba muta kunyala je men satin nanka baba ala safety o be nka wole bori pura asetara muta ku kono je ku kana soto je.
We did all of these things just to ensure that they took
if you did not give these things to David Colley.
Misali kama itila miro yamira ibe baba topoto kula nunka mutaku kasola wo tembo nim misali kama ita manyim fengulu di David Colley la nyin kama isi baba topoto
ita mutakula because wo mutaku balia wale ati nantola na nyingi.
They will not treat him decently, and that was the reason why we did these things.
In a sense, Madam Witness, you telling us that you had to bribe David Colley in order to ensure that Baba was treated in the way he ought to have been treated.
Munta Madam ekanyina fonyen ko ika David Colley dukule purunyin kamala asikulu tamandi Baba la karola katel sulata kula nyamin aning alafta Baba la kulu lala nyamin.
Asikili no dukurola.
Yes, it can be called a bribe. Because that is something that was not supposed to happen.
Was there ever an occasion where David Colley requested for something specific?
For David Colley fangose nyin kaning ka fon sulata nyin fenkari la wala nyin kukari pour aliolu kai?
Or has he ever called you to complain about
kumandile bankala sula kuma foye pour abe lafirin ko men
ama fonde kunni way bari baba do ma min keta Ibrahim Jobe.
He did not tell me
several times.
He did not tell me personally, but Baba's younger brother Ibrahim Jobe, he used to tell them several times.
Let's clarify that. Who used to tell who what?
Na to senayande jumale ka mum fo jumaye
David ka ko
you're saying that David used to call Ibrahim Jobe asking for a bribe in order to ensure the better upkeep of Baba Jobe within the prisons.
Amunda kanyino fonyanko David ka Ibrahim kumandile pour nyin kamala asaduku ate lafta men yo kaye pour isi Baba la kulu topoto ay tanka
ha mosa kiruala because sometimes ni Ibrahim Sulata Baba Jela watu aka jele ndakataji David la office wala kono.
Yes,
most of the time
it will be called that name because that was one of the reasons why Ibrahim Jobe each time he
how do you used to bribe among the senior officers at the prisons?
David Kolifango Kola, prison Dukula Nyatonkulu, Aligi Neneka Jumanyole Dukuje.
Sign all told Hanima Wolf.
Now I cannot recall those names.
Pao David Lenko Kuntonkoti.
Since David is the head of the place.
Lungaitandile konim prison officer ikamako ilenka trafficking ke.
And I indicated to you that the prison officers used to assist me to do trafficking. And since it's the trafficking that you want to know whether it is in existence, which I already established before.
Yes, but in addition to that too, I would want to know who was involved. We have established David.
David fangola ko no lankene male wolonta
dobe je ka fo Ismaila.
There was one called Ismaila.
Last name please?
Ismaila Koli.
Ismaila Koli.
What was his position?
Ala makamu munu muneti otembo palaso membablu.
Amantara ngambira malondal exactly it's not ngambira amanke junior officer tit bara amanke da most senior officer fananti abe in between la bari mala fenko long exactly.
I don't know exactly what his rank was, but I could say he was a mid officer.
Do you recall what bribes you gave him?
Hakilo sibula la yem duku fason diatela.
Ismaila okay watu wati lembo suo kono fengol manul.
So Smaila is every time in the house. Clothes, rice.
It seems like you had a salary for some of them. Monthly salary.
Ye kari kari jole fongo soto e kamendi nyili la tumolol.
Tebe mol kono le menka salary soto.
Yes, he was amongst people who got salaries.
Who got salaries from you?
Menuka jomuta etebulu.
Ikamuta ntebulu ikamuta Ibrahim Jobe.
They got it from me and they also got it from Ibrahim Jobe.
And do you know how much is the salary or was the salary for a junior prisons officer?
Oh, ya lonne wala jo salary kawo jo mendila wonya. Jellemu puru men ya lonko kasola dokula le mwati membe diningulu kono.
You mean what I used to give them or what they get as part of their work as prison officers?
Let's first establish how much government paid them on a monthly basis.
No, I don't know that one.
The commission has come to learn that some prison officers at grade 3 would receive about $1,000 a month.
Prison officer dulu ka dalasi wulikili ne soto men be grade 3 kari wo kari.
You were paying more than the government monthly salary a month.
Munda itaka men dila eke jo men wala ka siyaman sakunda fon la joti kari wo kari.
Woto man sakunda fana responsibility soto le ni aje wol fana be akla in such a way.
Well then the government too has a responsibility given the way these people are acting.
That's the reason why we brought it out.
Dalilo le ya sabu nga fintindina.
And why you are such a very important person to them, because you were paying them more than the government was paying them.
Walana itela ko kumayata itelubulu kendeke katu itebe jokan jola mensiata haniman sakunda fonke jo men.
Ntolke okay because nsulata baba la safety lela.
We did that because we wanted to ensure Baba's safety.
And
that was worth anything for us. That was why we did all those things. I cannot even begin to mention. In fact, we did many naming ceremonies. For some we bought rice for them, others we bought cooking oil, others television sets. There were many. I cannot remember all of them. But whatever I needed also, they ensured that it got to Baba.
Madam Witness, the prison administration was corrupt to the core. Would you agree?
Madam, ibesonga nyinako. Kasola dokula luotumo amunta nakaro itelu asembe mabale bebulu nuotumo halifo kulolu bala.
That is true.
Let us move on. And while Baba was in prison, you tried as much as possible to help get him out.
Nata tenteng sai. Baba be kasola tumomen. Yekato sifa nya beleke purka findindi kasola. Fonde.
Let's talk about those efforts.
Wakata kolu sai wolu fonya bang.
Before I talk to you about those attempts, I forgot something. I used to rent video cassettes. These DVDs. Nigerian films.
Sometimes 20 cassettes.
Sometimes 20 cassettes.
Sometimes 15.
Sometimes 15.
The prison officer la.
I used to give to the prison officers.
Ka samba ika Jobe in the free period.
And they used to watch them there when they are free. And after watching all of them, they will return them back to me. And I will return them back and rent a new set. I used to do that also.
So, I forgot
what it
now
was.
Let's talk about the efforts you have made to secure Baba's release, including your meeting with Muammar Gaddafi.
Saying afonye ye katolu menuke purkaje foisi Baba bula ayboka sola wolu kono inin Gaddafi fangala nyoje oketa mendi.
Yes,
I made several attempts and efforts to see that Baba gets out of prison. All these efforts was a result of a joint effort with the family. When his prison term expired, I went to David Colley. I said to him, this guy has served his prison term. All of them said yes, it has come to an end. So I asked, when is he going to be released?
But I can refer interiorly. But he refers me to the Interior Ministry.
After he referred me to the Interior,
several times.
I went to the Interior Department several times.
Usman Sonko.
So that Usman Sonko, I could see him and we could discuss Baba's issue. But each time he was told is Tida Baba Jobe, he never accepted to meet me. I did that for almost 3 times. And then I stopped.
Prison.
I returned to the prisons
for David
and told David, and he said things have to come from the Interior Department. Then I left that. The family gathered and discussed.
Later also former president Jammeh.
And we wrote a letter to the former president Jammeh.
Clemency letter.
A clemency letter. To show him, to remind him that Baba's time has expired. But that he, Jammeh, wasn't aware. Obviously, he was aware. But we assumed he did not know, so we put it in that way. Because he was the type of person who could you could communicate to in that kind of language. So we wrote to him, we praised him, told him things. And he replied to us that
Baba was just like a brother to him.
That Baba was just like a brother to him. But what happened to Baba? Baba was the one that caused that on himself.
Because at Jammeh,
because he, Yaya Jammeh, he was the reason why Gambia got to know Baba Jobe. But Baba decided to make himself look big. That was the response he responded that letter.
We would come to the response.
Then he said, but he will consider it.
So letter was set aside.
So I set that letter aside.
Could you hold a second? You said in your letter of clemency. You had to say things to the president in order to please him. Why did you have to do that? You have a constitutional right to petition the president.
Order of the day.
I want to remind you about your own words, which you said was the order of the day.
Where praise.
You must praise him.
So the same thing will apply to Jamfana.
So that was the same thing that applied here.
That's the only way.
That was the only way we could talk to him and have his attention. So we must humble ourselves.
Take a look at this document. Was that the letter of clemency?
Yes, this was the letter of clemency.
Could you send it back to me? And this would be the response. The letter of clemency is 25th October 2010, and the response from the government is 5th of November. Take a look at that.
Letter do fananjibe menkata jabi roti.
Yes, this is it.
Mr. Chair, I would like to read this aspects of the letter, just to hammer home some of the points raised by the witness. I'll then pass on the document to the chair.
Abudu ayibajino fokan chairman member safari okaito to lafta le bankela okola asina kaito nyim futandi chairman fong.
Please proceed, counsel.
The letter is addressed to His Excellency the President.
Letter onyi ya safe kaki banko president His Excellency
Sheikh Professor Dr. Al-Haji Yahya AJJ Jammeh.
Sheikh Professor Dr. Al-Haji Yahya AJJ Jammeh.
And the letter emanated from Aja Fatou Fofana of Jara Karantaba.
And the letter botameya ekafole Aja Fatou Fofana member Jara Karantaba.
And the second paragraph reads as follows.
Amunda kaito bala safero la burin di fulanjango ay nyine fo.
Says first, I pray to the Almighty Allah to continue to grant you the wisdom and fortitude to govern our dear nation in peace and progress.
Kombe man satalla danila asinyi sembo ninga fero ning a kangodila puru yenna nyin kanunte banko ya mara ya samba anyama kairo nin tenkuni yirwakan.
Second,
Flanjang,
I wish to congratulate you on your marriage to my very beautiful daughter-in-law, Lady Alima Jammeh.
Mbe konto nanyim fanana ko ifututa ndingo ye memu ndimusu nyimati Lady Alima Jammeh.
I should have been in the midst of the wedding affairs, but for the distance and nature of my current circumstances.
Nyanta tarla wokolu temalenu bari dinkira la jamfo anin kolu la lanya ntefamo la karola wala yasabu mantaraje.
However, my prayers are constantly with you, And I am asking Allah to grant you both manifold blessings and a lifetime of conjugal bliss.
Yo mbemman satalla danila puru hanimbi asi isembentuya karafulo bela jido si sono yaima anim fanan ila solo moment fa sa adila ko ilaftala nyami.
Interesting. Your Excellency and my son,
Your Excellency ndimma,
let me acknowledge to you that whatever fame, good name, or material possessions accrued to Baba Jobe and to entirety of our family during his period of association with you was down to your generosity and grace.
Mbenyim fole yanko kabrin tobo fo sembo fo nafulo fo taranya nyimma anin todia Baba Jobe ye fem soto itela karola kana bulantel fangol la dimbaya la karola amumebe sababo sunta itela yamfo nila songole kang.
He himself has always reiterated this fact, and we have been equally appreciative.
Ate fango katu nyim fulale wati o wati andun kulo nyintime alonko ndelefanalo adiata nyangole nyama.
Even now, when I communicate with him in his current condition of incarceration, I always tell him that I would rather he remains in jail as long as he is with you than he is free but is cut off from you.
Hani alataro kasokono naka nyomo yolu menu beketen ka kumolu sindi nyoma nkadua nyinela hanna betula kasokono bari ina la teria ning hadama ya yetenteng wala be fisia la nyeng dina ay bokasola al yekuntu.
Personally, I believe what happened has happened because it was decreed by Allah, the all-knowing God.
La ta'ala ko menketa akita le dron adun Allahu subhanahu wa ta'ala wala fango kiti ta'ala kai ke wala nyama wala na kita wonya.
Today, after about 7 years of imprisonment, I pray that you grant Baba presidential pardon and clemency.
Mbedani la bi ni lungo kang boyri Baba felenti ay sanji woro wala ni fella kasola woto mbedani la president wala sembo na la kango kang yeyam fa Baba e nyin kamala asifinti kasola fansoto.
I ask this of you as a mother and as a loyal subject.
Mbe kanin na nyinna ko muy baleti andu kola muy la mararoleti me yalon ko mbela bankola kang.
My family and I will be eternally grateful to you for everything, and we implore you to return your favors to us.
Ntenin na dimbayalo foja nimfau mbetarla sondi male yo ndum mbedanila yo ku kendo yamfo nyin yo kenyen ko leftala nyamin bitu mbedanila ufanala.
My president, my son, let me conclude by praying for your continuous success and prosperity.
Na president ndingo mbedulwale ye fanan fo alasi continue ka eso yirwa nintanya tola anin marakunyimma me yalon ko asibo Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fangu.
Best example of how to make somebody's head big.
Yelu musanti olete pour que mo fango nyandi afantu ay nganya.
And let us listen to the response.
Dayin ate fanan na jabiro na takementi ngaw fanan lamoy.
On behalf of His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Alhaji Yahya. I am sorry. Let me take it again. On behalf of His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya A.J. Jammeh, I have the honor to acknowledge receipt of your correspondence of 25th November 2010 relative to this subject.
Bitung Banco President His Excellency Sheikh Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh mbenyi itan lako ile letaro men ya kinang mbe kala mutandila nyin nako ngasotole menketa karo November karotil muang ani luloti.
His Excellency the President has directed that I convey to you his profound gratitude and appreciation for the prayers, goodwill, and the kind sentiments you have expressed in your letter.
Ate President wa nyimfo mfana yeko mfanansi jabiro kiye afanansi wota be konto na kumaka nyimalula jairolu aning ye kumaka ngulumenu fo pour que sindiama mfanamba konto na kumaka kendolu la yemen kinkanu.
And your recognition of what His Excellency has contributed in making your son Baba Jobe and family what they were.
Anim fanang yenyin kala mutandiro itandi ka foko idimma Baba Jobe ame menti bi aning ala dimbaya lu nimbadingulu ak sababo be keta menti wala keta kabontela karola.
His Excellency has indicated that he has treated Baba Jobe as a brother, but what he received in return was incomprehensible.
Benyi itandila ko ate Baba Jobe mutale nunko abadin sutungo bari bitung inata kolu menu murundi atekang amunta wole mnyindi wokoto mnyindi ko Baba Jobe nata menke atela umukule time ya lonko mota fahamu nola.
In the same vein,
ateo sila kilimo kang
His Excellency pointed out that Baba Jobe was previously unknown except to the former NSS and police, but rather became a household name in this country and beyond because of His Excellency the President.
Follow to Baba Jobe mumoleti mo mammello nyim bankun kang amanto soto andung amang tobo sotong yo utumo men yalong wolom NSS aning utumo NIA anin kanta bunda kotengulu bari anatanyin tobo ba men soto anin sembo wo be dalilo nin sabo nyin ala nin tele ya sabu.
His Excellency the President would also like to note that Baba Jobe has only himself to blame for his present situation as he became too big.
Woto President, His Excellency President Kabenyi itandila ko Baba Jobe abe tembo mento bi ay komen si afangola baro le yo sabu afangoma katu nyi labangola anatake moliti me ya lonko ay afangwara bakele fatambita.
Then the concluding paragraph.
Bitung anatakumo kumfa dameng.
Mr. Chair, we would ask to put these two documents in evidence. The first one went here. Okay. Indeed, very nice words of praise.
Baloo kamojai.
And a very fitting response to so whose boss.
Aning jabiro me ya lonko aketa jabiriti membota ako ala boss le moti menketa jabiro ta ay mentilindi atela mirarot.
Did anything come out as a result of this request? Did he do anything?
Fodun bringing kanindro ketanyi letero tata menketanyi yamfadani leteroti. Fo anata kukele bang.
Nothing happened.
Was this your only effort?
Not
this one alone.
Please tell us.
We were there. We heard that it was going on a farmer's store. I tried. One of his big photographs. I looked for one. And I put it inside the frame. I went to Jara. At that time, it was around Basse. I gave to the boys. And they put it by Baba's compound. The compound is by the highway. I went inside the village. I looked for people who would do the singing and the dancing.
Traditional musicians.
Traditional musicians. When I looked for these traditional musicians,
I
mobilized people. They stood by the highway drumming. From Karantaba up towards Jarasoma. They were singing songs, clapping hands, and they were mentioning Yaya's name. I bought a green cloth.
Not a flag
and I made a lot of flags out of it. And I distributed to these women. The day was to come, he supposed to have a meeting in Soma. So I lined up these women from the compound of our house to Soma. I left them there and I went to where the meeting was being held. When I got to where the meeting was held, I stood in line where the chiefs were standing. He was shaking the hands of people. When he got to me, he shook my hand.
His Excellency,
I said to him, Your Excellency, it's me, Tida Jobe.
Baba Jobe.
Tida Baba Jobe. I came so that we could see each other. He said to me, Mansakonko.
The following day,
I went early to Mansakonko. That one also, I stood at the door. I remember that time Wajuara was the governor. I had said it to Wajuara that I wanted him to assist me to meet the president. But Wajuara couldn't do anything as far as my sitting was concerned. I was there. I couldn't see him. But then I heard that they were going to have a meeting in Kiang. I said, well, let me go to Kiang. If I get there, it could be I would be able to speak to him. Then I went to Kiang. That too, I stood in line where the chiefs were standing. They used to allow me to stand there because they knew me. When he got to me and shook my hand, I said to him, I was in Mansakonko, but I was unable to see you. He smiled and passed on. He didn't say anything to me.
But he insisted
But at that time, it was difficult for me to shake his hand, but I insisted until I was eventually able to shake his hand. Some of his guards who were close to him, one of them was very angry with me. Because he noticed that I was forcing myself to shake his hand. And I was following these delegations all the way from Soma. He spoke to me in an angry tone. I left there, went away and sat down. I sat until the meeting ended. When they left there, they were supposed to go to Kanilai. I was tired. I couldn't get there eventually. I returned to Karantaba.
Then the following day,
I returned back to the Combos. I was here. One other time, I was on my way to the market with a friend of mine.
State House
Around the State House, we saw him coming out with a few guards. Martin was amongst them. Kamara too was there. But the others, I did not know them.
Which Martin? Which Martin?
Martin member State House.
Martin at the State House, Alaji Martin. So I ran and my friend said to me, here Hechi comes. I ran until I got to him and I shook his hand. I said to him, Hechi, it's me, Tida Baba Jobe. Please, the family is suffering. Once I said Tida Baba Jobe, Kamara hit my hand. My hand slipped away. He turned and looked at Kamara. He didn't speak to him. But I ended up shaking his hand again because I insisted and I shook his hand. I said to him, Hechi, please have mercy. The family is suffering.
Smiled.
He smiled.
Then
I left and went away. I was there.
Tida,
yeah.
At this stage, Baba Jobe had already finished serving his sentence.
In Tembeng, where le Baba Jobe la kaso aketa fire abam fereng.
He completed it.
And they refused to release him.
Balanta purkabula.
Yes, they refused to release him.
His detention at this period became unlawful.
Ilamuto wato waire ala wucheo banta woto luati nyalem woti.
Yes, it was unlawful and disregard for the law, which has been here for a long time.
What happened after that?
I was there. It was getting close to Ramadan. He usually distributed sugar. When I got to hear about the day on which he was to distribute the sugar at the State House, I went to the State House. When I got there, I stood where the LRR people used to stand. Their chiefs, the alcalos, and their party militants, where they used to stand. I stood there. He shook people's hands until he got to me. When he got to me, I said to him, Hechi, it's me, Tida Baba Jobe. I came so that we could discuss. He turned. He said to me, are you here? I said to him, yes, I'm here. He turned to Alaji Martin. He said I should go and talk with Alaji Martin. I went with Alaji Martin just like that. We went to his office. When we got there, Alaji Martin asked me, what is the problem? I said to him that APRC, if there were any pillars under the APRC, Baba is among those pillars. And also I know that his term, prison term has expired, but the president wasn't aware. I want to make him aware of that, so that he will have mercy, because the family was suffering. I knew that the president knew what about it, but I must speak in that manner. After I said that to him, he said to me, it is true. He said what Baba did for the APRC. I am not saying that no one else would ever do such a thing, but no one is above him. He removed his card and gave it to me. And he said to me, constantly keep calling me. But any time that the president is free, I will tell you so that you could come and meet him. I said to him, okay. And I left. And I went home like that. They gave me no sugar. I also did not ask them, because that was not my reason for being there.
Did they ever call you?
No.
Martin ever call you?
He never called me. I was the one calling him. And each time I call him, he used to tell me that the president was busy. But this, while that was happening, each time I pray, I ask God, if at all my inability to meet the president, if that would be my good, let me see him. If my good will not come out of it, let me not meet him. That was a continuous prayer which I made. When I called Alaji Martin until I got tired, I left him alone. And I left things like that.
But these efforts to get Baba Jobe released or to solve the problem was not only limited to the efforts of yourself and the family. the Libyan government did something, correct?
So ita nyin katolu mun keteng anin dimbaya la katolu pour nyimbe isi baba Jobe bulano amanda wala Libyan banko la nyaton ko fana ye kut kijele.
Ay ku kijele kay.
Yes, he did something about it.
Because
Because there was once a time
Muhammad Gaddafi nataja.
When Muhammad Gaddafi came here, there was one particular woman sent me that he wanted to have women inside the hall. I had women who were a club, many clubs. When she said that to me, she said to me, I will also assist you so that you could get to see with him.
See who?
Gaddafi. When he said this to me, I did not believe it. I came and mobilized my women groups.
Up to 150 women.
Up to 150 women.
Okay, Samba Jammeh Hall.
Took them to the Jammeh Hall.
Jammeh
Hall.
Puru Gaddafi la bengoje.
For Gaddafi's meeting. After I did that, on the day of the meeting, I went inside the hall. The woman that gave me that promise, she was not inside the hall. The hall was full. Gaddafi started to speak. They closed the doors. At that time, the lady had gone to the State House for a reception.
July 22nd reception eve.
It was July 22nd eve. When I got inside the hall, Gaddafi began to speak. His protocol, the one called Sana, a woman, came down and was walking about until she stood close to one woman, and that woman was my friend.
Almost 3/4 of whole on tele 150 muso on tele.
Almost 3/4 of the women that were there, out of the 150, I was the one that brought them in.
150 women.
I brought 150 women. Those are the ones I took there. When she stood close to that woman, she asked her, "Are you a businesswoman?
Minister la musolti wala minister.
Or are you a wife of a minister or a minister?" She said to her, "No, I am a businesswoman." So that woman also asked her, "But who are you?" She said to her, "I am Gaddafi's protocol." The woman, who is my friend, said to her, "But he has a friend called Baba Jobe. Do you know him?" When she mentioned Baba Jobe's name to Sana, Sana jumped. She was happy. And she said, "Where is he?" The woman said to her, "But he is in prison." And she asked her, "Where is his wife?" At that time, I was seated in the front. My friend came to where I was sitting.
Just for 1 minute.
And she said to me that I should follow her to her seat just for 1 minute. I was surprised. A president was speaking. It's not normal for me to get up and make movements inside the hall. But when I turned and I saw Sana there, I got up and went. Quickly, she brought out a paper.
I knew your husband when I was 18 years old.
She said to me, "I knew your husband when I was 18 years old.
We were in the same college.
We were in the same college."
Write your name and number.
She said to me, "Write your name and number." I wrote my name and number.
I'll get back to you.
And she said, "I will get back to you."
I will note Ninsika.
She took the note. Gaddafi was speaking. She took it and put it right under where he was standing. When he put it right under him there, Gaddafi stopped speaking and smiled.
Then anata continue la diamol.
And then he continued speaking.
During meeting obe janjanta.
When the meeting ended and everybody dispersed,
the following day,
the lady called me. She said that I should get prepared because I was going to meet Gaddafi.
I'm the wife of Baba Jobe.
But that I should go with a proof to show that I was the wife of Baba Jobe.
Marriage certificate provide.
I provided a marriage certificate and a photograph which I took with Baba Jobe during our marriage day. Then I appealed. And I asked her if I am coming, could I come along with my dead friend?
No problem.
And she said to me, no problem. So we went, myself and two of my kids and my dead friend. We went there. When we got there,
where was Gaddafi lodged at the time?
He was at Cham's compound by the highway. When we got there, Gaddafi came. We were discussing. I took out Baba's photographs, which would prove that Baba was my husband. Photographs I had with him, I showed them to him. I also showed him a photograph he had with Baba. I showed him my marriage certificate. And then I told him about Baba's case. I told him to try and to find ways of talking to Jammeh so that Baba can get out of prison. When I said these things to him, he said to me, since Baba's problem started,
since at the onset.
I was following it up since from the onset. When he said this to me, I said to him, I heard that you sent people here to come here and pay the fine that was levied on Baba. But Yaya Jammeh refused to meet the delegation.
Yes.
He said to me, yes.
But no problem.
He said to me, but no problem. Tonight, we are supposed to have a state banquet. I will discuss with him then. We will discuss Baba's issue. And then he also said to me, I said to him, he said to me, how can I be able to speak to Baba?
Inshallah.
I said to him, God willing, if I go, I will make arrangements to see how you could be able to speak to him. So I was there. I told him about the difficulties that the family faced.
Financial constraint
the financial constraints that we had. I told him all. That they see people who impersonate themselves as Baba's wives or Baba's people. So that was why they do not know how to assist.
But since then,
every 6 months, they used to send in an allowance
through ila embassy member Dakar.
Through their Dakar embassy.
Dakar.
I used to leave this place and go to Dakar
with
Baba's brother or his sister and pick up this money until Gaddafi died. That was when that stopped. But that was how it happened.
And that meeting with Gaddafi, do you have anything to show for it? To show that this meeting occurred.
Yes,
we had a photograph.
You have provided a copy. The copy is not very good. Do you have the original?
Original
Yes, I have the original, but I was not sure you would need it here, which is why I didn't bring it along.
we would circulate the photocopy, and then later you could make a better copy for us from this of the original.
Bitumbe nyindo murumurundi lale moli ajibe. Bari nyatonto isi photocopy kendo dada me yalonko isabo ndio follow nyimbala.
Ah, woman ke problem tin so de rano insha.
Yes, that's not a problem.
Proceed, please.
Akwetente.
So bri wo banquet lungo nying.
On the night of the banquet,
Brin Seita,
when I went home,
ngana prison officer in contact.
I established contact with my prison officer.
What was his name?
You will excuse me on that one.
Could you write it down and send it to us?
Excuse me on that.
Proceed, please.
Saying bring our contact.
So after I contacted that person, and I told the person that I wanted the person to take the telephone to Baba, because I wanted to speak to him. But I did not tell the person what I was going to discuss with Baba. So I was there. Baba called me on the telephone. I explained to him that I met Gaddafi and that I will take this number and give to his protocol, who was Sana. I asked him if he knew Sana, and he said yes, he knows her. He was not very, he didn't believe me that I sat with Gaddafi. I said I sat with him.
So
I said to him, so I'll give your number to Sana. I ended up giving the number to Sana. Sana called him. He spoke with Gaddafi.
Then later on,
I spoke to him.
He
said, behold, it is true that you actually met with Gaddafi. I said, yes, that was what happened. So I said to him, so how do you feel now after speaking to Gaddafi? He said to me, I'm very relieved. I asked him, what did you discuss? He said, no, I will not tell you that. I said, okay, no problem. I did not insist. I was there.
The following day, after the banquet,
the following day, Sana called me. She was happy. She was laughing. She asked if I could go and meet her in the hotel. Because she was in a hotel.
Where?
But I forgot the name.
Where was the hotel?
It's on your way towards Bijilo. The hotel is in Bijilo itself. I forgot the name.
Coconut Residence?
Exactly, Coconut Residence.
Coconut Residence. I went there and met her. She narrated everything then to me. She said Gaddafi spoke with Hechi, who was here Jammeh.
So they have come to an agreement.
And that they have come to an agreement
that Yaya
Jammeh will release Baba,
Libya Independence Day.
But he would release him on Libya's Independence Day,
September 1st.
September 1st.
So we celebrate.
So we all celebrated.
But I
was not very happy.
Because reliable.
Because I knew that Yaya Jammeh wasn't reliable.
Saying Seita.
So we went home.
No, it told Seita Libya.
They went home back to
Libya.
When they returned to Libya.
Shortly. Gaddafi had a problem also.
Not long after, Gaddafi also had a problem.
Baba Bula.
He did not release Baba.
So Gaddafi nyantaka mendiala wewe diala.
What Gaddafi was supposed to give him, he has given him.
How do you know that?
Sana told me that they had an agreement and he gave him a lot of money.
Who gave who a lot of money?
Gaddafi gave a lot of money to Yaya Jammeh.
For what purpose?
To give Baba clemency.
But this is not the first time issue of money came up in order for Baba to be helped from the authorities. Do you recall the request from the NIA officers?
Saying you manke sinya followed purume ya lonko kodo sitama nyin kokono foy hakilo sibulale ena edo kulalu fanale kanindiro menge
aha ikai apply kujabi
Yes, Abdullah Kujabi.
bire baba mutano apply kujabi nataka
When Baba was arrested, Abdullah Kujabi came to him
akai ko I couldn't million lefide malong exactly how many millions
and said to him, he mentioned several millions, but I don't know exactly how many.
nim baba would deal ya samba HE
That if Baba gave them that amount and they took it to HE,
abenyin case file
he would put an end to this case.
bari butu inata la banyame
But how they ended eventually,
man na wala long
that is what I don't know.
bari baba yin fonyal
But Baba told me this.
because na be finti la kata o meet suto la kata meet
Because when he's going out to meet this individual, he used to go in the night.
ka fonyin kata ni apply kujabi kata meet
He used to tell me, I'm going to meet Abdullah Kujabi.
And who was Abdullah Kujabi at the time?
Malam Abdullah Kujabi to Otembo.
apply kujabi ngamira telem NIA director tino
I think he was the NIA director.
In the end, was Baba released even though after Gaddafi had given him money?
Obe kola Gaddafi kolo diala obe kola faina ta Baba abula leba
iman na abula
They did not release him.
And Gaddafi ended up in problems.
Gaddafi fana nata kole ya kulu soto
ha
Yes.
What eventually happened to Baba?
ile nata ke Baba la
karkili na dun ta Gaddafi ni baba la fatema Gaddafi fata doron karkili na dun tetema baba fana inata fa
There was only a month's gap between the death of Gaddafi and Baba.
How did Baba die?
Baba fata nyadi
bejele suwo kono lunkiling
We were there at home one day.
a call sort of from one prison officer
I got a call from one prison officer.
mato la mato fanye
I don't know that officer's name because the officer did not tell me.
konye baba sasa tala be loptano to puriye na sign.
And the officer said to me, Baba is sick, he's at the hospital, and that he should come immediately.
ngosta wala nyaman tata loptano to
I rushed to the hospital.
birim futa ngata la abalo kandi tafaka jara jara
When I arrived, I found his body was
warm and
very
he was
warm, and he
shaking.
was shaking.
nata tawelo nyini ngasi nande
I looked for a towel and I soaked it in water
ngala balo bala fala temperature jita
and I laid it on his body and I cooled down his temperature.
nata suwo kono call
I called back home.
nkoye domoro de dai
I told them to prepare food for him.
domoro de dai because molem no alafta pasta la
I told them to prepare food because he was someone that loved pasta.
riye domoro de dai ya samana
When they prepared the food for him and which they brought,
wulu mu saturday le tinga remember
that was a Saturday, I remember.
doctor ol mantara no loptano to
The doctors were not at the hospital.
no so lebije
Only the nurses were
so
there.
abelari nje
He was lying down there.
Emergency.
He was lying at the emergency wing.
Whilst abe doctor ol batuka.
Whilst waiting for the doctors,
Domoro nata.
the food arrived.
Ay domoro ke.
He ate.
Yo, then doctor ol nata.
Then the doctors came.
Ya yellow ta.
They took his blood.
Itata a check.
They went to check it up.
Biri ya Jobe.
After they checked his blood,
Ika malaria story.
they said he has malaria.
A dehydrated fana.
And he has dehydrated too.
So inata na medication ol dela.
Then they prescribed some medication.
So abe ol borol taka.
So he was taking those medicines.
But what time?
But at that time,
we had a hunger strike level prison.
There was a hunger strike at the prison.
Imuka domorike.
They don't eat.
Ikatara wala nyama.
They just stay like that.
Yo sign.
Now,
during Baba Beoje,
when Baba was there like that,
inata ya move.
They came and moved him.
Ya samba Hariala ward.
They took him to Hariala ward.
Birabuta Hariala ward.
When he reached this Hariala ward, one day, on the second day,
kambani killing nata anin sunkuto.
One young man came and a young lady.
Iko Baba la test nyoli babi repeat la.
They said they are going to repeat all the former tests that were carried on Baba.
Were they hospital staff?
Yes, they were hospital staff. They said they are going to repeat the tests that were carried out on Baba.
Test me ya longo ngakele iko malaria lem ani medication on beta kan sai mune wati nambe or repeat la.
He told them, after I took these tests, they said I have malaria and I'm taking the medicine given to me. Now, what kind of test are you people going to carry out?
Well, insista anika diamu nyameng, they were talking with authority.
They insisted, and the way they were talking with authority.
Baba konyeko Tida.
Baba said to me, Tida, these people have been sent.
Akonyeko executive order.
He said to me, it's an executive order.
Nkaeko.
And I said to him,
executive order
but this executive order is surprising. He said to me, leave them alone. He accepted for them to take another blood sample for testing. They brought in drips to put on him. But the liquid was yellowish. Baba asked them, what is this? They said to him, it's medicine. He said to them, well, let it be medicine alone.
Call sort of from prisons.
I was there when I got a call from prisons.
Prisoner beje.
There was a particular prisoner called Lamin Dabo. He's late now. He said to me, tell Baba that. Let him not allow them to put any drip on him. Let them not inject him. If he accepts, they will kill him. And I told Baba that. He said to me, now, whatever they want, let them do it. Because I will not run away.
I am helpless.
I am helpless. I cannot do anything. He said, well, God is good.
Fine.
I said, fine. We were there.
Hospital staff nata.
A hospital staff came
move
and said that Baba supposed to be moved
private block
to the private block,
room number 10.
Room number 10. He said to them, leave me here.
No, it's a security order. Executive order.
They said to him, no, it's an executive order.
You have used this term quite frequently now, executive order. What do you understand it to mean?
Yanyin kumo fo sinya jamale ka for executive order. Sa yite fangola mirror akoto mumuneti.
Because ikanyi executive order samanani ni afo edorong tambidula tela.
Whenever they bring this executive order and they tell you, there is no way for you to pass through.
Because ikafo ina abata na santo.
Because they tell you that it's from the top.
Abata santo jumale ya.
It's from the top from who?
Jammeh.
Jammeh.
Ndung saibe munekela boridula tela.
And now what are you going to do? There is nowhere to run to.
Kanadula tela.
There is nowhere to escape to.
Why subdue?
You must subdue. That was the reason why.
So ako iko alintuja.
He said to them, leave me here.
No, your executive order for cutting.
They said to him, no, it's an executive order. Now he was moved
to private block.
To private block.
Room number 10.
Room number 10.
But
when we got there,
waiting room
we sat at the waiting room.
Because patient don't be lari work.
We were waiting because there was a patient inside there.
You bondile forcefully.
They forcefully removed that patient outside. They said that person should get out when the person's time was not yet up.
Hospital staff
and that person is a hospital staff. And he paid money. He said he paid money. And who is Baba that will warrant them to take him out for Baba's sake? We were seated at the waiting room until he packed all his belongings. And then we went there. That day I was very surprised. But I did not want Baba to know. Because I was there to strengthen him.
I was his only source of courage.
I was his only source of courage.
At that particular point in time.
At that particular point in time.
That
was why I did not want him to know that I was hot inside. Or whether I was not hot. I said to him I was going to the bathroom.
Hospital management staff I
went and called the one hospital staff whose surname is Sanyang, but I cannot recall the person's name. I I said to the person, Sanyang, I said, I'm surprised. What's happening? And the person said to me, I'm also surprised equally. But what are we going to do? We must comply.
Point of order. The witness kept saying Jahal, but in that particular context, it might have meant worried. Is that the case?
Jahal, yeah.
Yes, all right. Please proceed.
So we were there like that. And he too said, the person too said that he was worried. I said to the person, something is amiss. But at that time,
room number 10.
Before they would take Baba to room number 10,
prison medic Jobe,
there was one prison medic called Jammeh.
They are up to something.
He said to me, they are up to something. But God is good. So I was there until the medic came to Baba. He came and he was chatting with him.
Deliberately.
Baba asked him deliberately and asked him, where is Jimbo? He said, for the whole of today, I did not set my eyes on Jimbo. When he left, Baba said to me, you see,
they are up to something.
They are up to something. He said to me, God is good. After that,
room 10.
They moved him to room 10.
So in room 10,
we were in room 10. They never allowed me to spend the night there.
For 1.
We are always there up till 1.
Or 12.
Or 12.
And I say.
And then we will go home.
Who told you can't spend the night there? This is private block after all.
Private block leti.
Prison officer member je because on alaje hospital staff will fanang iko imuka allow.
The prison officers who were there never allowed us to spend the night there, and the hospital staff also said that was not allowed.
Proceed, please.
Okay, Tende.
We were there until Friday.
Friday around 12.
How many days did you spend there?
Thursday and Saturday.
We went there on Thursday.
Then Friday.
Then Friday.
Somanda around 12.
In the morning, around 12.
Room not 10. Bita wanyo kono.
I left room 10 on my way to the kitchen. I met with two gentlemen, but I do not know them. I thought they had come to visit Baba. I returned back.
Officer member Bundatu Kafa Ismaila Koli.
The officer at the door called Ismaila Koli went to where Baba was. I found him telling him that Jack's people have come. He said to him, which of his people? He said, his junglers. He asked him, how do you know? He said to him, I know Noah in person. When I called him, Noah went down. When he went down, the other guy who was still up there called him over the telephone, and he too went down the stairs and they went.
Which Noah was he referring to?
He was a jungler, either Noah Baji or something like that.
Your statement says Noah Baji?
That is it, Noah Baji. Noah Baji.
Saying Baba ko mendiate yake because nte sembeten na fereten.
Baba said to them, well, let them do whatever they please because I have no means, I have no powers.
After le nata je commission auto.
It was after that I come to see at the commission.
Ke o men na benta.
The man that I met up with.
Domu Oya leti.
One of them was Oya.
Nuha oje commission baringa Oya je.
I did not see Noah at the commission, but I saw Oya.
But it around 12 o'clock Friday.
It was Oya who came there with Noah around 12 o'clock on that Friday. After they said that,
Baba Baloo officiatale.
Baba was getting better.
What time in the day? Was it at night or was it in the afternoon?
12 noon, Tilibulo.
12 noon.
It
was in the afternoon when they came there.
Proceed.
That Friday,
we were there that Friday.
We are mafong.
Around evening time.
A Manding
group came.
A
group of boys came.
Idunta.
They went inside.
Green boys
they said they were green boys. When they got inside, they greeted Baba and they talked with him. After they left, they came out and left. He said to me, Tida.
Something is cooking.
He said to me, something is cooking. But please take heart and hold on to God. If you should hear that I am dead, know that that is what God has for me. If you hear that I have a broken leg,
you've tried a lot for me. May Allah reward you for what you've done for me.
Another brother Fanankili, Ibrahim Jobe.
He also called his brother, Ibrahim Jobe.
Aduatai.
He prayed for him and told him that you have tried a lot. May God reward all of you. But whatever you hear, just take it to heart. He said that to me.
Inna Allah ma sabirun, that means Allah is always with people who bear things.
After he said that to me, I said, look, nothing is going to happen.
But inside me,
but at that time, inside me, I was more worried than anything. I said to him, nothing will happen. He said to me, something will happen. He said to me, I feel something. If that feeling comes to me, something is always about to happen to me.
Just be positive.
I said to him, just be positive. Only peace is what is going to happen. So I was there. That Friday. He ate to his full. He walked about. He ate his fruits. We were chatting until evening time. They brought his dinner. We were there until 12. 1. We were preparing to go home. I picked up the bowl and I showed it to him. I said, your dinner is here. It's not necessary for you to heat it up. It's warm already. And he said to me, come, let me taste it. He took a spoon, tasted it and said, it's okay, place it there for me. So we were about to leave. We went up to close to the door. Myself, his younger brother Ibrahim Jobe,
and sister Jobe,
and his sister Jobe. He called us back. Said, Tida, come and apply my medicines on me. Because at that time, he once ate food in mile 2. He had some rashes.
Because tomorrow biring alondi after color change.
He said, he used to tell me that this is poison because when I pack this food for some time, the color changed. So I rubbed this lotion on his body.
I wish good night.
I wished him good night. And we left. He said to me, but don't come early tomorrow. Tomorrow is a set settle. I said to him, okay.
Mosquito spray prison officer.
His younger brother gave money to the prison officers for them to buy mosquito repellents. And we went home. We were home early morning on Saturday. One of his friends called Dembo Araboja, who lives in Brikama, called me and asked, how is Baba doing?
Alhamdulillah, I
said, praise be to God. Now he's getting better. Nothing is wrong with him.
Okay.
He said to me, okay. But he has heard about his death. But merely wanted to confirm if indeed we have heard that news. But when I said this to him, he hung up. His younger brother called me. The one in Jara called funding. And said to me, Tida, Baba is dead. I said to him, funding. This is just a rumor.
Because he katunyinekela all the time.
Because this is what they do all the time.
Baba manfa.
Baba is not dead.
Mankara.
Nothing is wrong with him.
Okay.
He said to me, okay.
Beje.
We were there.
He
called me again. And said to me, Tida. The whole compound is full with people. People are crying. They are saying that Baba is dead. I got angry with him. I said to him, chase away everybody. They are not speaking the truth. Baba isn't dead.
From reliable source.
He said to me, Baba is dead, and I got this from a reliable source. I told him, your source is not telling you the truth. He rang up. But I began to fear in my mind. I called somebody, one of Baba's friends, called Bubaba. He's staying in Banjul.
Room 10.
I told him to go to room 10 and see if Baba is still there.
Room 10.
When he got to room 10, they had already removed Baba's dead body. They locked the door.
Call back.
He didn't call me back to tell me what happened. Baba's brother came to the house. He came and said to me, yes, they said that Baba is dead, let's go to Banjul. I refused. We quarreled along the way to Banjul. I said to him, you are the ones that do this. You are the very people who are spreading the rumor that Baba is dead. In fact, who told you that Baba was dead? We quarreled on our way to Banjul. When we got close to the door, the mortuary door, I saw one of Baba's tight friends called Kuru Konjira. He was sitting by the bank and stretched
on
his
the ground.
On the ground. Okay, he was sitting on the ground and he stretched his legs.
He was shouting up to the point of holding his head.
Baba la sister men nabe siloka konyeko Tida. Baba fatal le kuru fela be kumbola.
Then Baba's sister, who was accompanying me, told me, Tida, look at Kuru. He's crying. That proves that Baba is already dead. I said, no, Baba is not dead. Kuru knows what he is crying for.
Room 10.
I said to her, let's go to room 10. We went all the way to the back door, which was in front of the children's hospital. That place was locked. They didn't allow me to pass by that door. I went around again.
Main gate.
We went to the main gate. We went into the hospital. I met up with his nephew. I said to him, Bajabi, where is Baba? He didn't tell me anything clear. He was just saying, well, auntie, but he was unable to tell me anything. That's the time I raised up my head, my blanket, my flask, my basins. They put all together and tied it plus my basket. They went and placed it in the middle of the hospital. When I saw that, I said, oh, it is true. Baba is dead. I said, but now he will get peace. I was unable to cry. At that instant, I cannot even produce one piece of saliva, a bit of saliva in my mouth. I cannot shed tears. The whole world was black for me at that moment. I sat down to take some rest. People tried, but they were unable to move me. I cannot remain sitting down. I got up. I asked them, where is the dead body? They said it's in the mortuary. I went to the mortuary. When they opened the door, I found his brother there. He was crying, going around inside the room. Baba's dead body was lying. His neck was torn. There was some sort of a yellow liquid which was coming out of his mouth. And it was coming out of his nose also. I prayed for him. I remained there. Then I went out.
Is that a photograph?
Yes. Original of I have the original.
Please provide. Thank you. Could you pass it to the commissioners? Proceed, please.
I prayed for him. I inquired as to when the dead body was going to be handed over to us. They said I would not have access to the dead body until Monday. We went home. This was full up.
Dead house.
That day when we were at the dead house,
Independence Drive fat.
the whole of Independence Drive was full with people.
Marina Parade fat amola.
Marina Parade too was filled up with people. Many people were there. We don't even know where they were coming from. We dispersed, went home. The house too was full up. We were at the house until on Monday. On Monday, we went to the hospital. When we got there, they handed over the dead body to us.
Was a post-mortem conducted?
Post-mortem
Post-mortem manke.
There was no post-mortem. The reason why we did not allow them to do post-mortem, we don't have even the time. We don't know where to voice that out. But we were also suspicious that Baba was killed. And those that killed him are the same people who are supposed to carry out the post-mortem. So why would we accept them to carry out a post-mortem?
Who are you referring to?
The people that we suspected at the time.
Hospital staff role play.
The hospital staff played a role there.
Prison role play.
Prison played a role.
And Yaya Jammeh junglers.
And Yaya Jammeh's junglers.
Do post-mortem bekela?
And if a post-mortem was to be done,
transactional baby, a hospital staff role tema and in prison police.
Transaction is between the hospital staff and the prison.
Maninkol ka for menna.
As Maningas would say,
Jalo singo before on. So wodali lo kama man som post-mortem because nafata.
Could you repeat that Mandinka proverb?
Ninjalo singo before on.
Is that one too high for my
yes. Perhaps he could.
Perhaps maybe Dr. Cisse can help.
Yes.
Huh?
Mike.
Okay. Okay.
We didn't get to hear that.
Tida, I am sure you can tell us what that means in Wolof or in English. You can tell us what that means
in Wolof.
In Wolof, yes.
Is lima mean like moyene ndey mbilami it's just in short mooy rey la tàggee la ba pare dëj la.
In short, it means someone who...
Jaale la waaw.
Okay, in short, it means someone that kills you, pays pays your condolences, and also announces your death. That was the reason why we did not accept the post-mortem to be carried out.
So
they gave us the dead body.
Data Jara.
We went to Jara. Before I explain that part, whatever one does, one's deeds, it's a right to showcase it. The person of Asombi Bojang, Jammeh's mother, when Baba was admitted at the hospital, she used to send people to visit him. She used to give me money and tell me to help myself with it. When Ramadan comes around, she sends sugar and tops it up with money. When the Tabaski comes, she used to buy a sheep and also tops it with money. When Baba's mother passed away, all the vehicles that went to Jara for the burial, she was the one that gave me the money to pay for them. She used to call me up till her bedroom. And she used to tell me if I had the power, Baba would not be in prison. So I have to show that a little bit.
Do you know whether she had interceded with her son to have Baba released?
For yala nako fu anadi manyi memu yaje me fu ikakachala banka kacha kula puru yaje Baba ya bula.
Ikachata kuola dimma kai konna banko tamandi ila karatiji.
They discussed about the issue, but her son told her that the way that I manage my country is none of your problems.
Tata fo akukodo nyi mujelle ti Baba nyanta ka jelle jo purate o joye Baba bula.
It went to a state where she asked, in fact, how much money is it that needs to be paid for Baba to be released? She was ready for that.
Asekoro dina fonye taita duanyi no la fonyin din fulol tema ala se kayandir keje.
She would give me money and tell me, go and seek for prayer so that these two sons of mine, their God will bring peace between them. She did that on several occasions. I'm praying for her.
So
when they gave us the dead body, we went to Jara. There were many people. Before we got to Jara, even at the dead house, there were many plain clothes people there. People identified them. They told me. I saw some amongst them. I believe that what they came there for, they wanted to gauge the public reaction. That was what they came for. And they followed us all the way to Jara. We went up to Jara. The burial took place. Prayers were held. And people dispersed. We returned back home.
How did the death of Baba impact your family?
Baba la saya ayalla dimbayal ay akole ay mun kole asikule le sawima ay batande nyaadi.
Baba la saya okole akul ninkombe obi fola jam nte janjan.
If I would want to say all the difficulties that the family encountered as a result of Baba's death, we probably will not leave this place.
You can summarize it briefly.
That is what I will do. I'll summarize it.
Because the
family suffered when Baba passed away.
Frustrated.
We are frustrated.
Stigmatized.
We were stigmatized.
Marginalized.
We were marginalized.
Ndata for extent ko ngamira ko society fango reject like.
It got to a stage where we thought that we were being rejected by society.
Yembondi na kodal kono.
They evicted us from our houses.
Intara bunyinola.
And wherever we went to look for a house,
ni along control mo Baba Jobe la family leti.
When they know that we are Baba Jobe's family,
agreement okay pareta puka bungo dinna.
Even if we had a prior agreement and they were prepared to give us a house, they used to stop it.
Why do you think that was the case?
Because if aranka bori kungola.
Because they were trying to save their own heads.
Because Jammeh.
Because if Jammeh gets to know
any business to do with Baba's family,
that they had any business to do with Baba's family,
in trouble.
They would be in trouble.
Are you suggesting that problems happen between Yaya Jammeh and Baba?
Munde ko ilafte mirol dilako koleal ka sotodal no kabrum Baba Jobe ning Yaya Jammeh temolo.
Baba served his time in prison.
Baba yala wato ki kasoto abang.
He was not released.
Mabula.
Yes.
Allegedly, they killed him. That was not enough for Yaya Jammeh, that's what you're telling us?
Yes, it wasn't enough.
Because understand ko.
Because we got to understand that. That he wants the family to turn into beggars. And we had only a small margin before we got to that level.
Because landlord
the landlord, who was Baba's family, we went to look for a house. We had an agreement with him. I was ready, we had an agreement, I was ready to transfer. I took a truck with all of my luggage. When he knew that this was Baba Jobe's family, he said to me, oh, I made a mistake. Someone had taken this place already. Because he was scared of Yaya Jammeh. That night, I had to look for a lodge
$5,000
and pay their $5,000
for a single night.
For a single night, my luggage, all of them were scattered around outside. I spent the night there with the kids. You know, no one can sleep in that situation. I just rested my head and wait for the following morning so that we could continue looking for a house. I looked for a house until I eventually got one at Senegal. I was there also. Difficulties. The water system there wasn't good.
Throughout.
We never had water throughout.
Taxi bagage luas.
I used to hire a baggage truck and look for many water gallons. I go to Sanchaba and fetch water. The drivers and the little boys will fetch water all the way to Sanchaba. When they come, they will place it. And when that water gets finished, I'll hire another vehicle and go for more. I knew I couldn't continue like that in that situation. I looked for another place in Kololi and I transferred there. I was there. But I was in this place and still yet plainclothes officers were following me. They come to ask about me at the house. When they come, they used to find my husband's sister. When they ask her, she will tell them Tida is not here, but I was usually inside. But at that time, my son Suleiman Jobe, at the time he was 9 years.
Plainclothes officer mo saba.
3 plainclothes officers and their driver
inata suokono iko inata ka arrest
came to the house and they said they came to arrest him.
Ko alnata ñi arrest.
I said, you've come to arrest this guy?
Man na ñi arrest.
You've not come to arrest this boy.
Alnata ntela arrest.
You've come to arrest me.
Because nita albulala ni ñi yeta.
Because I will not allow you to go with this boy when I am not there.
Ni tata.
When they,
I
went with them to the police headquarters.
Birim futata je.
When we got there,
ya ñininka.
They asked him,
Ika ifo ifa my cordal say bang.
did your father buy any house for you?
A 9-year-old boy arrested and taken to the hospital, to the police, and interrogated about properties his father has on his name.
Yo muta ya samba ka samba police ka nyinin ka kuola men sujita fama la soro fengol la mem cordati fo ay corda sura ya to ke damen.
Yes. They asked him about that. When they asked him, he used to tell them, I don't know. Ask my father. They wrote a statement. I read it.
How long did you stay in the police?
I want to jelle si rada station ora wali jelle ke
beje 12 till bulo.
We were there 12 noon.
For 7 o'clock buraro.
Until 7 p.m. We were there.
No statement no sign.
I signed the statement.
Saita.
And went home. But after that, anyone that came and knocked on my door, the boy used to tell me, Mommy, wait for me. Don't open the door. Let me peep over the window and see who it is before I would open the door. If he hears an ambulance, he used to run like he's crazy. I used to ask him, what are you running? He said, Jammeh is coming. I said, this is not it. When someone is sick and you wanted to go to the hospital in Banjul, they used to tell you, don't go there. He used to tell you, don't go there, to the extent of begging you. He will tell you, if you go there, you will die. Anyone that went there, they used to die. Don't go there. That was the state the young man was in. We were in that situation. They went after Baba's brothers. They took them to the NIA. They would question them about Baba's wealth. There are things that are with them, their vehicles. They seized them from them. They were after them all the time. His brothers, especially one of his brothers called Ibrahim Jobe, they troubled that boy, that man a lot. They went to his family compound, his apartment. They put a padlock on it. And that is a family compound. His mother's cows. Everybody knows who his grandfather was. Jamanti Fofana. He had a lot of cattle. His grandmother inherited those cattle from his father. They went to that herd. They took all of the cattle and went away. They went to the compound where we lived before. There was a pool. They dug the whole pool. They said that guns were hidden there. They didn't find any guns. They went to Karantaba, their farmland. They burnt it all. They said because guns were being hidden there. They didn't find any guns. We were worried. We did not know what to do. The kids were supposed to go to school. Those that used to assist by little when they are helping you, they will tell you, we are assisting you, but do not make a mistake for Jammeh to know about this thing. So when Baba died, after that, all of that assistance was cut off.
Baba Fata.
Baba is dead. Those that were here, their assistance was
Gaddafi
cut
Fata.
off. Gaddafi died. So we were in that state.
They will move from house to house.
I would be moving from house to house.
You know, 1 year
If I spent 1 year here, I will leave and go to another place.
My household properties
All my household properties were destroyed
because of the movement.
because of the movement.
So
So I was in that situation. I was in that state in Kololi.
area
The area of Kololi where I was, that's where the junglers were also staying. They used to pass through my compound. I got to know that they were after Baba's properties and his compounds. And they were suspicious that I had the documents. That was why, but most times they will disguise themselves and come to my area. I devised various means and I left this place. But before I left, the documents and his briefcase, I packed all of them. I put them in a vehicle in the night. I got into the vehicle with one child of my cousins. I went and collected those documents where I hid them from. But when I collected them and I was heading home, I found many checkpoints along the way. I had luggage in the vehicle. I was worried and fearful if I am caught. I lay on the vehicle. I took my headscarf and I covered myself. I told the driver to put on double signal. I said to him, when we get there and they ask you, tell them that you have a patient that you were rushing to the hospital. That was what we did. When we got to the checkpoint, they stopped us. There were many soldiers there. The whole vehicle was full with documents, the briefcase. But through the help of God, they did not open the vehicle. When we passed, the following morning, I put all the materials in two big suitcases, and I gave it to someone to cross them over to Bara. He took them and hid them all the way to Karang. After he hid them in Karang, the following day, I held the hands of 2 of my kids. I only had a haversack on me. I took a vehicle heading to Senegal. I didn't announce it to anyone. But the vehicle that I took, when I got to the border, I did not alight. I sat inside the vehicle. There were other people who were there who showed their ID cards. I passed like that. And when I got to Karang, I picked up all of my documents. Then I took my vehicle to go to Senegal. Before I got into Senegal proper, Baba had an agreement with Trust Bank. His property that was in Jarasoma was what he rented to Trust Bank. But when he rented it out,
payment in 2 installments.
They made payments in 2 installments.
First installment
the first installment was paid.
Second installment
Before it was time for the payment of the second installment, Baba had a problem. He sent me to the bank to find about to find out about that issue.
Butumo panjay la bije.
At that time, Panjai was there.
Birim futata ngani ninka.
When I arrived and I asked him,
akonye ko o payment ketale.
He said to me that payment has been effected already. I asked, how did it happen?
Akonye ko Yaya Jammeh Amadou Sambale Kija animpa bojang. Well nata jang.
He said Yaya Jammeh sent Amadou Samba and Pa Bojan. They were the ones that came here.
Konga payment nyinke kadila.
That we should effect the payment and give it to them.
So
there's nothing for him here. We have given it to them. So we lost out on that. And we were like that. We suffered here.
But in all this, you wrote a letter to Yaya Jammeh, didn't you?
Imbe kono. Ina letter of Yaya Jammeh. Foi ma.
Biringa furia ke ngati ko landi.
After I mourned and I completed the mourning period, I wrote to him to show him that that also I praise him, I thank him, and I use language as one would expect him to want to hear.
And you did in very glowing terms. I will read out one paragraph. Says, on behalf of the entire family of the late Mr. Baba Jobe of blessed memory, I write to extend sincere and heartfelt congratulations to you, Mr. President, for your resounding triumph in the recently concluded presidential elections. Once again, thanks to your able leadership, our nation has proved our skeptics and detractors wrong by conducting a free, fair, and transparent elections, which has been certified as such by both local and international observers, notably the African Union and Commonwealth. The magnitude of your landslide victory, which is unprecedented in the recent political history of our nation, even Baba Gale cannot write in such glowing terms. It is so beautiful. I only wish it was true.
Later on,
yes,
Yaya Jammeh, understand.
You know, if you understand Yaya Jammeh,
this is the only language.
This is the only language
communicate no menna.
Which to communicate with him. To have access to him. That is why we speak to him in these terms. But at that time we were dying. But what were we to do?
The order of the day.
This was the order of the day. Either me or some other person. You must have to speak to him like this.
We call it politics.
We call it politics.
You are very good at it. Did it yield any results for you?
He did not respond. The letter, after I wrote it, I took it, I registered it.
Near letter register,
if you register a letter in the morning,
then in 12 o'clock,
before 12, they say he usually receives it.
I received Baramanjabi.
He received it, but he did not respond to me. So after observing all of these things, with all the prayers I used to make, that if my peace would come through my meeting with him, may God make it happen.
To the conclusion call.
I came to the conclusion that my lack of not being able to see him, perhaps my peace is not with there. I was also fearful about my life. I ended up leaving the country. I went to Senegal. When I got to Senegal, it wasn't easy. A country where you were not born in, you just went there just like that.
Family friends.
I went to a family friend.
Senegal,
there are some places in Senegal that are very crowded.
Bunding bawole kono nje.
We were in a small house, a room.
Na woli sol fango manko.
Even my suitcases would not fit in.
Nata na tarawto mufta kata dulado to.
I was there. I moved to go to another place,
Ngamira fol to be fisiala.
thinking that place would be better.
Yinketa lunkilingon la de.
That was in one day.
Ninna suitcase sul bagage sul nindim fulol.
With my suitcase, my other luggages, and my 2 kids.
Birin data to ngamira fo jebe fisiala.
When I went there, I thought that place would be better.
Na tarawol to fango jawe ata ni mbata dami.
I found that that place was worse than where I left off from.
You went with 2 kids.
Nindim fulol tata Suleiman Jobe and Ibrahim Jobe.
Suleiman Jobe and Ibrahim Jobe.
Baba had 13 children, correct?
Yes.
Baba dintang ani sabala soro.
Ah.
Where were the other children?
Din kotangol le.
Din kotangol be janne.
The other children are here.
Din saba be Angleterre.
3 are in England.
Tomal be jang.
The others are here.
Yalla musu saba ay wala suton.
You know, he had 3 wives.
Ani mel talat.
Those that he separated with.
Yo musu dobe je ka fay ma bintu fofana.
There was one other woman called Ma Bintu Fofana.
Na dilu le soto.
He had 5 kids with that woman.
Dim musu nani ani dinke kili.
3 daughters and 1 son.
Let's summarize that because of the time.
Din saba.
3 children.
Mariama Jane.
Mariama Jane.
Din saba.
3 children.
Aninte din fula.
And myself, 2 children.
Yo dingol baby janne baby Baloo.
So all the children are here, all are alive. Praise be to God.
So you were in Senegal in which capacity?
Senegal itarranu je alhala nyadi le kono.
Senegal birin tata je.
When I got to Senegal, I went to
Ndata UNHCR.
I went to the UNHCR
Buka refugee status nini.
to look for a refugee status.
Mbe wotani na kono.
I was going to and fro.
Data process nyina.
I went through the process.
Nata na refugee status nyin soto.
And then I acquired a refugee status.
Nata na presidential decree fana nyin dina.
Then they gave me a presidential degree.
Nindingol beje wala nyama.
So I was there with my kids.
Ibitakan school.
They were going to school.
Friends, family, and a few of my friends.
The family and a few of my friends.
Wala de marokan.
Through their assistance,
Dingol bitakan school.
my kids were able to go to school.
Ibeje ibitakan.
They were there going on
Fo wati jang.
until after a long while.
Yalong ala doran wala katula adila mola muka pasi.
We know it is God who continually gives someone and he never tires.
But hadama dingwa meta nyawa nyaka pasile.
But as for human beings, no matter how long it takes, it gets to a time when they become tired. Things changed.
Diningol la school kuntuta.
The children's school was interrupted.
Inata si wanyama.
And so they just sat down like that.
Meta janibe murla school.
It took a long time before they were able to return back to school.
Nata na kata.
I tried and tried.
Na keba ma wo scholarship soto.
My older kid got a scholarship, Ibrahim. Suleiman.
Wo scholarship soto.
He got a scholarship.
Wo continue ta la karangola.
He continued with his schooling.
Ibrahim. One scholarship means soto.
Did not get a scholarship.
So watata dara.
So he went to the Dara.
Qur'an karam faya bang.
He studied the Quran, the whole of it.
Birai Qur'an bang.
When he completed studying the Quran,
anata chance to put murundi school back.
then I got a chance to return him back to school.
So
that is the way things were.
But
But what I used to do at that time in terms of feeding, before I left here, I used to sew.
Resigned on married grounds.
When I resigned from work on marriage grounds, I used to sew as business.
So
my individual customers, clients who are outside, they used to make orders to me. When they made an order, I'll sew their clothes for them, send it to them, and then they'll send me my payment. I was in that business until later I opened up a restaurant. I used to work, and that is how I used to sustain myself. But I was there also.
UNHCR natana case refer.
Then the UNHCR referred my case.
Fenko nata fenko sto.
Asylum.
Nata asylum sick.
Then I sought for asylum.
Yeah, acceptance soto.
I got an acceptance
America.
in America.
Data through all the procedures.
I went through all of the procedures.
But it's still case nimbe pending.
But still the case is pending. Nothing was left
for medical examination.
Except the medical examination
And cultural orientation.
and cultural orientation. Those were the pending issues. But I don't know what kept it hanging up till now. And that was almost at the same time with when Jammeh was getting out of power. When Jammeh was out of the place, I returned home. Because I knew that no matter how long a tree stump stays inside the water, it never turns into a crocodile. I returned home. I came home with happiness. That when I came, but when I come home, I will get justice. But I came, I got into trouble again. I lost faith. This new government that I trusted so much on. I saw no assistance there, which can make me happy.
Start from scratch.
And so I started from scratch. That is what we were in until this time that we are in.
Thank you very much.
Explosive allegations at TRRC. Murder, cruelty, greed, betrayal, bribery. List goes on. Extraordinary. I'll just focus a little bit on the last one. The Director General of the prisons is a constitutional appointee. On the section 185, paragraph 1.
Section 185, paragraph 1.
To have a constitutional appointee receiving bribes, soliciting bribes, $10,000, television and amplifiers, you name it. All that just to treat a prisoner fairly?
Lua momento mukake pala soto o mari nying surtout ena na ke kordatire dinkirato kana na fon kani mobulu moya lon ko bal abe fon block na be soronde nje kasoto je.
To have officers receiving lucrative bribes, including DVDs of Nigerian films.
Ina la kasolan ka do ko fana jami'an ko be do ko la kasoto je fana fana kana na fon muta kani mobulu mi'an ko e ka Nigerian film anin DVD kani mobulu kono.
For them to enjoy themselves in the prison area.
Pour ye fan sewondi kasolo dingirado je.
I almost thought that the 5-star hotel is really 5 mile to is 5-star hotel for officers.
Oda ka jikira nyinne ko 5 mile to narana ke 5-star hotel de pour do hulale menu beje.
I'm sorry you had to endure so much.
Masade pour nyindi mo mel late kan.
Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate.
Commissioner ni me nyinin ka roso da ko ya tandi.
Commissioner Ka, you have the floor.
Commissioner Ka wala bine nyinin kala.
Thank you, Chairman.
Kaya barka kiaman.
I have two questions I want to ask. The first is about your family. You mentioned that one of your children was arrested and questioned.
Follow me dole mi diko o la dimbala ko woti ya fu jango la diamo kono ko ila dindin kilimbe je na natale ya arsia samba pour ka nyini ngarol ni jabiro se ku inatema.
You also told the commission that I think if I got you right, Baba has 13 children.
Do you have a commission on yati lo jam fanan ko Baba ding tang anin saba wala babulu.
Do you know if they face similar harassment from the Jammeh regime?
wol dingol fana nyin kono na bodo wodola fa yalla no fa inata na kole akol sotole je ya Jammeh la maralo wi ci nyin kono ba
because it will find bela suole kono itate evict.
Yes, they had difficulties because they too were in their houses and they went there and evicted them.
And stigmatizes no fana ye affected.
And they were also affected by the stigmatization.
Wow, biri ko Baba Jobe dingol doro.
Since when it is said that they are Baba Jobe's children,
Stigma nata je.
the stigma comes through that.
Frustrated.
They were frustrated when they were evicted from their houses
because
they had nowhere else to go to. That happened.
Thank you. If I also got you right, you mentioned that some of the properties of your late husband were seized by Jammeh.
Ninga rangai moy kuke ile dia woni kono ya fo ko jango e ma mem banda ala soro fengo dole beje ya Jammeh la maralo kono yina ye bulole kanne.
Yes, that is true.
Would you be able to tell this commission if your husband had any links to the Daily Observer?
Isa fo no nyin commission e ke ma mem banda Daily Observer fo ay bulo sota ko kono la ba Daily Observer do gudla.
Hi, bulo soto jere.
Yes, he had a hand in it.
Thank you.
Baraka.
Thank you. There are no further questions from the commissioners. Mr. Tida Baba Jobe, if you have any concluding remarks, please proceed to make them now.
Silancedo niadra kuma soro bela flekela kuma da soro menna isi tenten yafo.
Saim foka tenturo kerek.
Now, except to thank.
It's been a mixed feeling to sit before this honorable commission who made it possible for us, the victims and non-victims, to voice out our pain, frustration, and tell our story. At least for the first time in 22 years. To the Gambian people and the world at large. I therefore seize this opportunity to salute you, Mr. Chairman, Deputy Chairman, Lead Counsel, Deputy Lead Counsel, the Commissioners, and the entire TRRC team. I must specifically thank the research and investigating team for their incredible patience. I am obliged to outline the frustrations, pain and trauma we the women go through when our husbands are in prison. Council, I represent or I symbolize all women whose husbands have been in custody, particularly under the former regime of Yaya Jammeh. I suffer a lot since the imprisonment of my late husband. Up to date, I have been victimized, stigmatized, and virtually rejected by society. Paying the price of a crime I have never committed. plunged me in a serious psychological disorder.
Wonata nam fango dunde kura me ya lonko anata ne hakilo fango jakasindi bake.
So much so that
ko ni nata na itambi fura tembe dato.
I lose confidence in myself.
Mfota jikilate ta mfango,
which lowered down my self-esteem gradually.
Men nata nan fango la kuol jindi mfango.
Society and the general public
jama na jamal ni dinkira sabati dinkiralu
concentrate more on the man in the prison
mole hakilo to bake londi bake kasoro
than the woman outside.
Katambi ni mola membe bantala.
This is a misconception
ni mukule de me alonko mira amanke mira li sabati remoti.
We should look into critically.
Nsa nyanna ko jubela bake ani hakilo la.
It's not the least easy
amanke kuri me so na yata
taking care of the children,
ka dimbaya mara
my errands, and that of my husband, moving from point A to point B, trying to secure funds for the sustenance of the family. At the same time, consoling the man in the prisons and the children at home. After 7 years, 6 months of waiting, in vain, I nearly lose my womanhood. Excuse me for the language. Because I seldom have the feeling that I am a woman. In essence, my sense of humor faded gradually due to the series of stress upon stress. When I finished the 4 months, 10 days mourning period of my late husband, some men approached me for marriage. But will tell me point blank that they are afraid of Yaya Jammeh. Even my present husband went through a lot of threats, but he vowed that nothing will stop him from marrying me. Therefore, I salute his bravery and steadfastness. Council, I must let you know that Yaya Jammeh and the present government of Adama Barrow have succeeded in re-traumatizing the family of the late Baba Jobe by forcefully confiscating our properties without compensation or empathy for us. Adverse findings has been levied against us without thorough investigation on how these properties got into Yaya Jammeh's hands. He took them without any court order, even if there was any. It is a bogus one. The judge was a mercenary judge, purposely assigned to rule in his favor. Yaya Jammeh himself was the judge, jury, and the judiciary. He brought in Justice M.A. Paul to convict Baba and eventually kill him. This is evident in the suiting of lawyer Usman Silla. One of his defense lawyers
Atamu lawyer de melango atelbe lori num Baba Jobe.
And the testimony of Omar Jallo.
Ani Omar Jallo fana na sede andiro kan.
And several other junglers at the TRRC.
Ani jongula Jamal melango e sita in TRRC jaye sede andiro di.
The former president was very uncomfortable with the fact that Baba Jobe knows a lot about him. This made him hush these treacherous and cowardly acts of killing him, so as to hide the facts. An appeal was filed by lawyer Jobe. While the paperwork was in progress and the proofreading was about to take place, the file suddenly disappears from records. If all other things remain constant, it is the due responsibility of the court to investigate and come out with an answer or solution, but they never did. The situation remains like that up to date. Luckily for us, we are in possession of the notice of appeal. After a year or two, I was asked to report to the police headquarters in Banjul, where I met Baba Jobe, Amadou Samba, and Pa Bojang in Jesus' office. There I was informed that these two men were sent by the former president Jammeh, who ordered us to transfer all properties in the name of Baba Jobe to Kanilai family farm in exchange of his freedom. We were reluctant initially, but eventually obeyed, because there was no choice. We were under pressure. The following day, a sealed blank title deed were brought to us to sign the deed of transfer. It is ridiculous and heartbreaking that the Jammeh Commission, Jammeh, and the present government have portrayed that Baba could not even afford to have a compound throughout his entire life. The government of Adama Barrow have no regard or empathy for Baba Jobe's family. We move around all over looking for place for shelter, even to get a rented property is a big problem. Before Jammeh's removal, as soon as the landlords know we are Baba Jobe's family, they quickly disassociate themselves from us. There the stigmatization comes in. After the removal of Jammeh, landlords speculate whether we will be able to pay for the rent or not. Sometimes we feel
wato do nkanyin kalamutale ko
as if we are in a foreign land.
nka jem fandlo nka ikamuta fondol be lunda wandi bankole kan.
But in the actual sense,
bar ni ajube fam fange me muto nyate
it's our motherland.
jamu wulu bankolde
And our own people
andum fangola molu
inflicting so much pain
wol benyin dimi ku dimina kolangol dundin kam balokono
on us.
mfangol to
Our properties are being sold
nafsoto fengol ye muta ye wafi
and demolished
ye janjang
even when the matter is in the courts.
hani wato mena ko nyimbe kiti bunda ma kundu folo.
This prompted our lawyer Antuman Gay
Nyinata na lawyer nying hamendi Antuman Gay
to write to the trustee
ay momari nyol ay safi letter rola
requesting the numbers of compounds sold,
ay kanindro ke kalong kordal jelle wafita
to whom they were sold,
ye wafi jumale fanamma
the amount of money involved,
andum kodo jelle ye wafi menna
and their serial numbers.
anin kordal nyin kayrol nyin na serial number nyin.
This was done 3 weeks ago
ye nyin ke lokun saba komando
and still waiting for the reply.
hanin ka bimbe mbatun kan nin jabiru wala mebe bolaje
All vehicles and matrimonial compounds has been confiscated.
mutol nin soto fengol dunga nin korda ku soto fengol kotangol be yol be muta ye tambulu
And those that belongs to his brothers and some family members.
dol me alon ko akoto mal aninga badi kotangol me alon ko italle woldi.
We are therefore
woto hanin ka bimbe be nyin tani lako
appealing to the borough government
be daniro la mansa kunda kutola membe siring barola mansa kunda
for the return of properties
puru ka na fengol ke murundin kan
to Baba's children
baba Jobe la dimba ya lana dinniwol
so as to at least enjoy
isaje han ifanansi nganya do manding
shelter
ila soto dum fengol do
and a roof over their head
anin silimo sitare kungoto
from the inheritance of their late father,
wala ifama men banta na soto fengo men tu pur ya soto
Baba Kajali Jobe.
wala baba Kajali Jobe.
Thank you very much.
Allah baraka bake.
Mr. Chair,
thank you very much, Madam Tida, Baba Jobe.
Aman ko
Council, you
baraka
wanted to
bake,
make
Madam Baba Jobe.
an observation.
Yes, no, Mr. Chair, I just needed to put in some few documents before we end the hearing.
Please go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Chair, the letter of clemency that was written by Aja Fatou Fofana, dated 25th October 2010, to be Exhibit 135A, and the response by Jammeh should be 135B, and okay, it should be 135D. Yes, 135C. Yes. Okay. Yes, there are actually two letters of clemency. There is another one dated 1st December 2020. That should be 135B, and the response of Jammeh should be 135C. And then the picture with Gaddafi, which should be 135D, and the picture with the dead body of Baba Jobe should be 135E, and the letter, open letter to Jammeh should be 135F, and the death certificate.
Council, just before you leave that one, there was no date on that one.
Yes,
What's the date?
there's no
Can we
date
get
on
it from the witness at some point?
Yes. Do you recall the exact date
Yeah, we look for it.
you wrote this letter?
Foya kilo samura no nyille taro mba bulo kono. Lungu menne ya safe ba.
Jammeh. The open letter.
The open letter.
Okay, it's an undated open letter to Jammeh. But she would get the receipt of the registered mail and she would provide the date to the commission later. Okay. And then the last but not the least document is 135G, and that is the death certificate. With your permission, Mr. Chair.
Request granted, Council.
Thank you.
Again, thank you very much indeed, Madam Tida Jobe, for coming to testify before the Commission.
Yaman ko barka bake Madam Tida Baba Jobe ila songola pour kana ila seri andiro di commission nyati ngola.
We share your pain and hope that things would improve for both you and the Jobe family.
Wala yalme ye taki nimbele ya tala andum be jikiri nyinna fanan ko yemen taki ando abe kele kairo liti nyato sini.
Thank you very much, everyone. We will end up. Sorry, you wanted something that day? Sorry?
No, just needed your permission to return the original photograph.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. We will resume our proceedings tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Thank you all very much. Meeting is adjourned.